I do appreciate you checking in already. Laurie, I see you on YouTube. Can you hear me clearly? Catch it from the root. I see you. Vlad, I see you. Kittay, I see you. Thanks for joining in. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Okay. So Laurie indicates she can hear me on YouTube. So, Wagwan people, maximum respect. Thanks for joining in. It is Craig A. Kirkland, aka Amaziyah The Great, and welcome back to the TDP Show. Tell them precisely. You know, I've got some amazing people here who I'd like to interview and talk with a bit and let you know who they are. And, you know, it's going to be phenomenal. Within the next 5 minutes or so, I'll be bringing to you a beautiful empress by the name of Kittay. But in the meantime, feel free to enjoy what we have in store for you. Do not change the channel. Don't go nowhere. There's something very important coming up.
They say it's a free world, free speech. Fear not. If you've got your story to share, there's a global audience anticipating to hear. Be bold, be truthful, tell them precisely. Join us on youtube.com, Great Amaziyah, for the TDP Show. Sundays at 5 p.m. And this is not about just interviewing artists only, but we want to interview everybody. Players of instruments, comedians, poets, actors, actresses, dancers, people with talents who now get fair share. And remember, it's all about honesty, the truth about your opinion. We want the world to know. Amaziyah The Great, tell them precisely.
Yes. Put on my shades like a bit, you get me? I've got some amazing kids who did my first reaction video. They are the Kids Support Kids. Before I get into the show, let me give them a little highlight before, and you know, you all can go give them a support. Say,
what's domestic violence?
I can answer that, Kittay. Domestic violence is hurting or someone that that loved you or any kind of way.
Domestic violence is also about hurting somebody for no reason.
Her relationship wasn't smooth sailing, so she told him goodbye. He yelled, "Hey, if you ever leave, damn, you're gonna die. I'm the one who make you and I'll break you. Go on if you wanna try."
Hey guys! Welcome back to
Kids
Support Kids.
Today we're going to be doing a reaction video
on My Name is Pam
by Amaziyah The Great.
Thank you, Amaziyah The Great, for this video. Before we get started, don't forget to
like,
subscribe, and hit that notification bell to see us upload our new videos and go live.
thanks so very much, Kids Support Kids. Before I get into interviewing Kat, I'm going to bring you on in the next 2 minutes or so. I am just wanting our viewers to know that we do not support violence against our women, treat our women with respect. I see too much violence going on in our communities, and you know, this platform does not support no form of negative abuse to our females, no form of violence whatsoever to no one. So I'm just gonna play something from my friend in St. Lucia, and then I get on the cat. Kittay, the cat, I'm coming up with you next.
She was young, she was beautiful. She left her home that day never knowing that this would be her final goodbye to her friends and her family. She was kidnapped, she was assaulted, and she was disposed of in a matter of days as desperate searches went on with her friends, her family, other women, and the region looking on in hopes that she would be found alive. She was helpless, and against our best efforts, so were we. Now, the gravity of the situation is that her identity depends on which island you've been in over the past months. She is Ashanti Riley, She is Evelyn Sincere. She is Carrie Ann Hunter. She is Kanice Jackson. She is Andrea Barak. She is Stephanie Thomas. And as unsettling as it may seem, every day that list ends with a comma, not a full stop.
Somebody call police!
Okay. All right, we guess we wait too long, and I did say I'm gonna stay 5 minutes or so. Let me bring forth on screen the beautiful Miss Kittay. Vlad and Jill, please stay put. I will, go as the names I call. Kittay, Vlad, Mark Ross, no, catch it from the roots, and then Mark Ross will be closing off with some reggae music, reggae dancehall type of vibe. So without further delay, let me introduce the beautiful Miss Kittay. Kittay,
Can you hear me all right?
I'm here. Go again, speak again, let me hear.
I said, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you, but there's a little bit of some noise. The audio not so audible. But go
Hang
again.
on. Is that any better? I tried lowering my sound.
I'm not certain why I'm getting that feedback, but I'm not hearing you clearly.
What about now?
Kind of dress back from dress back a little bit. Yeah. Speak on.
Can you hear me okay?
I will work with it, but nah, not necessarily. But I will have to work with it. Kat, how are you?
I can try leaving and coming back.
All right, you can try that, and let me see what takes place. In the meantime, let me see if I can invite someone else on screen. So, Miss Jilann Murray, I wanted. Oh no, let me invite Vlad. Mr. Vlad.
What's going on?
I am here.
Can you
How
hear
you
me?
doing?
Audio's good?
I'm wondering if it's on my end.
I mean, it could be a thought. I mean, the only way to know is if somebody's watching it, they could.
So hold on.
Say
Yes. That's what I was just gonna say. If y'all can hear Vlad very clearly, let me know. Someone drop me a comment and let me see.
Audio is good.
Oh, there. Okay. So it's probably just on my end. So Kat, if you are there, it's all good. Yeah, Kobe said they were here, and clearly I was just it's not. I wasn't seeing their comments. So what on? How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. I've been chilling most of the day, just taking it easy. I had myself a dancing night last night. I was dancing for like 2-3 hours straight. So, I'm just resting at home watching Drumline, actually. Yeah.
Amazing. Let me have
How about you?
Kat. I'm doing tremendous. I was busy at an event in Brooklyn. I'm still in Brooklyn, by the way. My friend had a barbecue that I attend to snap some pictures, and I did some videos. But welcome to the show. Katty, welcome back. I'm going to bring you all on screen, but soon I'll be taking Kittay for a minute. But let me just bring you all and introduce yourself, and then we will hear what Kittay has to say. Yeah. So, hey, Miss African Empress, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Amaziyah. How are you?
I'm doing tremendous. It's a pleasure. Welcome back to the TDP show. We had you already, and you are in Where in the world are you, Miss Murray?
I'm in Ghana, Africa.
Okay, so please introduce yourself to our guests and our audience and tell them a little bit about yourself. Then I go to Vlad and then I take it away with Kittay.
Okay, my name is Jilann Murray. I am the CEO of Catch It From the Root. It's a nonprofit organization. It's located in Florida. That's our main, I can say, site. And we're also located in Ghana. We're looking to branch out in Jamaica eventually. So we just have 2 sites that are open and running right now. So we basically, the nonprofit organization, we deal with kids, teaching them how to be the best version of themselves. We teach agriculture. We have so much curriculums that we do teach, but right now we're focusing on, really getting to open up the kids' mind, let them know that, they're the next generation, not just, AI computers, but actually the necessity that they need in life. So that's what we basically focus on. So we have a lot of programs going on right now.
Okay. And Vlad, introduce yourself for a minute and tell us a little about yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Vladimir, but you can call me Vlad. Vlad works just fine. I'm a poet, an actor, a model, uncle, an Army vet. I live in Providence, Rhode Island. I ran to Amaziyah The Great, obviously at an open mic in Massachusetts. I want to say this was like May or April-ish. Blew my mind. And then I was very privileged to have him feature for my first poetry series, Hide and Speak. He shut it down, and we had some questions and some talks afterwards, and just shared an awesome night. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy that you asked me to kind of come on to this. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Black men working together, unity is kind of all we need. So that's my spiel. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, Vlad, I'm so happy to have you here. And for the beautiful Miss Kittay, someone sent me a message and they say, hey, I knew Kittay would be among the first set of people we were wanting to work with. And I say, how did you know? And they say, because she always talks nicely about you. So thanks for not just talking nice in front of my face, and that's just it. Also behind my back, you'll be talking great things about me. I do appreciate that. How are you doing, Kittay?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
You very clearly. I think persons are saying it's not you guys. They could hear you perfect. It's probably on my end.
Okay. All right. I just wasn't sure if I had the mute on or off. I was just checking. But so I'm 28. I go by Kittay. I'm from Massachusetts. Ironically, I actually met Amaziyah in Rhode Island at an event. So kind of like the opposite of Vlad, because he lives in Rhode Island, met him in Mass. I did the opposite. So that was pretty cool. And apparently he had seen me before, and I actually didn't even realize, but he had caught me over at Prov Slam. So, but the first day that I officially met him, like shook hands with him and everything, he read one of his poems to me. He used me as an example, and I have that example on my Instagram. And it was just awesome. Like in general, I love the vibes that I get from Amaziyah. I just know that he's a good person. And also I really, really, really love and appreciate what you are doing with children, trying to teach them about domestic violence and assault, and, trying to like show them the warning signs. I really appreciate that. That's something that we definitely need here in this world. So.
Yes. And I do appreciate, getting to know you. And I got to give kudos goes out to young lady by the name of Panda. Panda saw me at an event in Rhode Island where she hooked me up with Pawtucket poetry, and the rest is history. Pawtucket poetry, Holy Glory, Lori was the one who sent me all them connections to Rhode Island, all about in Providence and Boston, Massachusetts, everywhere about. And, it's phenomenal. The connections being connecting greatly. And hearing you perform you know, seeing how passionate you are about your arts and creativity that dragged my attention somewhat. And I do have to say, maximum love and respect. Um, it wouldn't do our audience no justice for me to elaborate on how phenomenal you are, but I would like you to start, you know, you can start off with one of your pieces or two, and then we can talk more about that.
Sure. So I think I can do two short pieces. They're probably about 3 minutes or so or less each. Is that okay?
No problem. The floor is yours. It's 5:90 now, about 5:25. You know, we're moving on to someone else, and I do know you have a very busy day ahead of you, and I do appreciate you taking the time out from your busy schedule just to be here. I do appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right. So I'll do one short one then.
No. You can go on. I'm saying we got time.
All right. When we are close to a situation, sometimes we can fail to see what others can with vivid clarity. Deceit and trickery, a sociopath's mastery. Victims blame themselves for being naive, but why aren't we holding these people accountable for manipulating innocent people? We must set boundaries because nothing triggers a toxic individual more than knowing that they can't get what they want. When they don't get their way, a tantrum ensues. The room balloons with tension and irritated energy. Irate that you can see through their deceptive ways, projections onto you, like you're the one to blame, because God forbid, they're the one who's insane. They shame you with snide remarks like, you don't care anyway. You don't want to help me. You can't see that I'm trying. When the hard, cold truth is written in their physical behaviors. Don't blindly believe words. Look for actions, and you will see when there is no proof that they are trying to change. No proof that they take responsibility for their actions. It's merely a game they play to try to swindle their prey, to make them think they're the one who's delusional or the problem, for asking simple questions, for trying to gather the facts. But the evidence lacks. You can figure out the truth by digging into the cracks. Dig, but don't allow yourself to fall down the rabbit hole of their tricks and lies. It's easy to find yourself entangled in their web of fraudulence. So cut the silky strings, the illusion of their words, and walk away with what you have left. Knowledge and wisdom, and most importantly, freedom. Find solace and peace in the fact that you got away with whatever remains of you. Sit with confidence, self-assurance in the wisdom that they can no longer betray you. It's the end of the first one. I'll do my second one too. The devil tried to reach me today. Tried to tell me the world doesn't need me, that I need to go away. I laughed, told him I'm here to stay. He took it as if I had spit in his face. So he tried a little harder and told me that nobody loves or cares about me. So I told him that I love and care about me. It doesn't matter if anyone else does, and I know that others do, so I couldn't care less what he has to say. I'm aware of the way he tries to avert me when I'm going the right way. He throws me distractions, so I'll be tempted and misdirected. Awareness aids me with discernment, preventing me from falling into the traps he lays out for me to become ensnared in. I've seen every wicked way he's tried to drag me down because it's my life that he tried to tamper with. Each attempt carefully calculated to try and make me feel insane. So now I keep my head above the surface, no longer allowing anyone else to dunk me underwater when I know my purpose. I used to feel incredibly lost and worthless, as if I was floating around, aimlessly searching for the right direction. coming back empty-handed. It was only for my protection. The things I used to want are now the things I try to avoid because they no longer fill me with contentment. Paths I could have taken would have brought me to damnation, something I didn't recognize until I looked back after time had passed on. I now realize how certain things happen for my highest good. I thank the universe each time the truth comes out about particular situations. Grateful that I passed by without damage, avoiding bullets and intended anguish. Those hidden enemies can keep on trying. I'll laugh as they take each stab, since I know for them, it's gonna come back with a vengeance. You can't try to intentionally hurt someone pure and expect karma to miss you. Rather, it will kiss you as you fall into the pits of hell and addiction, death to your relationships and loved ones, and madness that swirls around in your head like a vortex. It'll be a karmic intervention. So they'll learn not to mess with anyone, especially those who are divinely protected. Thank you. Those are my two.
Thank you so very much. And before I ask you any questions, let me see if I can bring you back on screen. I want to hear what your fellow guest here has to say about your pieces.
Okay.
Starting off with Jill.
Beautiful, beautiful. It was deep, authentic. I like that, you kept me engaged. Like, you was moving around and everything, and you was deep into it, you owned it. So I love it, and it's deep, Definitely another Amaziyah The Great. I would say I'm Jamaican, so it's like another Amaziyah The Great in a woman version, but just see. You're very, authentic. Seriously. So yes, I love it, Kitty. Love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Miss Murray, is there anything you would want to ask her?
Not really, Amaziyah. She's authentic. I like her energy. You understand? I would just say keep going. That's all, and I like how she jumped in to the whole, the devil and connection and all that. I love it. I just think she's authentic. There's not any question I have for you.
Okay,
it's very authentic.
I don't know what's happening with Vlad. I've seen popping in, popping out. Vlad, are you still here? Gotta say shout out to my audience there. Williams, Reginald, Gizo, maximum respect, Lori. I see you. My daughter Naisha is on, maximum respect. All you wonderful people. I might miss their names. I see Louis DB here on IG. I didn't even realize my IG was on. I was running against, time was running against me. And then I put the phone down and I realized it was on live. And on TikTok, the beautiful Miss Baby Girl, maximum respect and love goes out to you. I see you tapping, promoting it on the For You page. Thanks for joining in. So all you wonderful people over here on TikTok, the audience, Kenneth, I see you. People from Ghana, maximum respect. I see your people, Jill, maximum respect and thanks for joining in. And all you wonderful people over here on Instagram. Vlad, what do you have to say about?
I love your connectivity, man. I mean, like she mentioned before, your pieces are deep, but also, I mean, the way you structure your poems, you're not shy to kind of switch it up to express exactly what you want. You don't put yourself necessarily in like a niche or anything. So you surprised me a lot with what you were saying, and then your voice and your oratory and the way that you're delivering it. I mean, there's no choice but to believe what you're saying, and then your subject matter. I mean, it's obviously very sensitive. I think all of us have either been in that situation or seen people go through situations like that. So for you to speak out and give them your story and then also instill that belief of what you can overcome, it's great. That's great for me every time. It's always a win.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so that first poem, actually, I wrote that both based off of my own experiences, but also because one of my friends was going through a situation and I could tell right off the bat he was dealing with a sociopath. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I started uncovering things, and then I thought to myself, I'm like, it stems that whole poem. Because I start off and I'm like, when we're close to a situation, it's like having blinders on. It really is. It's like, you know, you could say you get into a new relationship with someone, right? Like you might think that they're the world, but then, you know, you're missing these red flags because you're so excited and happy to be in that relationship. And it's very easy to lose yourself too, you know? So, and I've been there. So I feel like that's one of my favorite poems, honestly, out of like everything I've written. When I do poetry slams, I'll say I get scored very low, but you know what? No one likes being called out, right?
True. So right. Kittay, I was about to ask what made you write those pieces, but already you answered my question. I personally want to say to you that, Kittay, I love you. Maximum respect always. I appreciate your hearts. I appreciate you doing what you're doing. I pay attention. I might not be too vocal about many things, but I'm that poet who being observant. You know, of all you three here, Jill is the one that know me longest. Still haven't met Jill face to face, but Jill has been supporting and promoting not just me. You get me? But she's been doing a great work as it relates to many people across the world, not just Jamaica. As you hear, she mentioned Africa. She's there with her team doing a phenomenal job. And it's a pleasure for me to have her here on this platform, even though I'm supposed to do a promo for her, which I've not done yet. But, you know, it's me busy like a bumblebee. But Kittay, I want you to tell persons how to find you. And if you have any upcoming events that's, you know, popping up sometime soon, let them know how to connect with you. And in case anyone out there wants to, you know, do collabs, I don't know if you do pieces like that. If persons want to book you for an event, you know, numbers or, you know, emails or whatever contact they can, you know, get to link up with the Poetic Cat.
All right. Well, on Instagram and on YouTube, my name is Kittay _ the Poetic Cat. And I'm not sure if they can see it over here like I can, but I see it over here to the left of the screen where it says Kittay _ the Poetic Cat, and it's cat with a K. I do have a feature actually next week in Manchester, New Hampshire at a place called The Hop Knot. And it's not like you're tying a knot, so it's hop, KNOT. And that should be a really good show. We have a fire lineup going on over there. So that's going to be next Wednesday at, I think it starts at 7 p.m. And I'm going to be putting up flyers on my Instagram ASAP. So I got that going on. I haven't done any collabs with anyone just yet, but I'm open. I'm interested.
Okay. Any shout outs you want to make? You want to make shout outs to anyone particularly?
Shout out to you. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do. First off, the inspiration and wisdom that you give to other people, being your powerful self, like your presence is amazing. 3, having this YouTube channel and having me as a feature along with other people, like this is awesome what you're doing. And also helping out the children. Yes, we need more of that. I love it. Like I absolutely love that. So keep doing what you're doing. But
Before
yeah,
you go,
you would be the person I'm shouting out. Definitely.
Before you go, there is someone saying you're awesome. Lori. Her name is on screen.
Oh, thank you, Lori. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Lori is a person that promotes people's arts and, you know, not just persons who she knows, as long as you know, perform, I see her, you know, posting stuff from the Pawtucket Poetry page. I see her posting, you know, people's flyer, and we need more of that. We need more people to support in each, because it's not so hard to support. You have to just click like, comment, or share, and that's basically it. It's not you know, the world of problems on your shoulders. And you know, I do appreciate people like that. I do appreciate people paying attention to our creativity. And I say maximum respect and kudos goes out to Lori and the whole Pawtucket Poetry team. Before you go though, Kittay, I would just want you to leave us with one more pieces if you want to do it. Also, if you don't have to go this minute, you can still stick around. But I do understand you have a busy schedule ahead of you, and I do appreciate everything that you do and said on this platform. And while you're there talking, let me go to a quick commercial break, and then I will be right back at you with Kittay the poet saying, you know, our pieces. Let me take you to another domestic violence situation.
I can't live without a woman. Tell me, can you? I would never hurt a woman. All who believe in prayer, we all need to pray. Can't believe what is happening. These must be the last days. Times are getting scary. The devil's in a rage. Women and children are a target now. We need to see a change. We're losing too many women. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women and take care of the women. Stop abusing the women. We're losing too many women, yeah. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women, take care of the women, stop abusing the women. Young girls beware, there are predators out there, don't trust people. They act as if they care, they are wolves in sheep clothing, they are evil. So don't just go on any taxi, and don't just go on any bus. Don't just trust loose faces, no. Suss them out first. And don't make night get you too far from home. Don't get your loved ones nervous. Just think before you act now, pretty. Time is so evil. Now to my big woman friend them, stop steer with the madman them. If every day my beat you and I'll treat you, one day your life in a problem. Girl, no make true money, you stay and fight because it better you leave if you not treat you right. But don't disrespect and stay out at night. But well, at these days you will lose your life. We're losing too many women. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women and take care of the women. Stop abusing the women. We're losing too many women, yeah. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women, take care of the women, stop abusing the women. Me never see nothing where hurt me so. If you want find God, them say a church you go. But the one what for lead them, what for teach you. Can't believe saying dirty stuff. 63 minus 15, no, the 48 that them showing off your judge. But if I had to say that pastor would get 48. Hey, and then the criminal them went upon the taxi route, kidnap the little girls and thief them forbidden fruits. Me have a bag of stone, no me no one shoot. Me wanna feel a lot of pain absolute. We're losing too many women. Ooh, yeah. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women and take care of the women. Stop abusing the women. We're losing too many women, yeah. Stop the violence against women. Stop it, stop it. We need to love our women, take care of the women. Stop abusing the women. I can't live without a woman. Tell me, can you? So I would never hurt a woman. No. We're losing too many women. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women and take care of the women. Stop abusing the women. We're losing too many women, yeah. Stop the violence against women. We need to love our women, take care of the women, stop abusing the women, stop the violence against women. Ooh, just love the women. I can't live without a woman. Never hurt a woman. No, no.
Thanks so very much for standing here watching me promoting my sister, my friends, another fellow Jamaican artist. As I said before, we do not support violence against our women or people. And, you know, Kat, I really do appreciate what you be saying on here. And, you know, happy to have you to close out. Well, it's sad to have you to close out because we would want to do more or hear more, but that's probably some other time. And I'll be following you, you know, right behind the clock as your career grows as you go. Any closing pieces you want to do before you exit?
Yeah, I have one that's super short that I can do. So, and that's another thing too, actually. I totally forgot to shout out your commercials because I absolutely love not only the creativity, but just the fact that you're even promoting something like that. Like that means a lot to me. Like it really does.
Well,
right,
Jim will tell you, Lori will tell you, all the people who affiliate with me doing what I do will tell you I go hard with promos.
Oh, yeah. All right. So this is my last piece. It's pretty short. The power of the mind is an incredible force with the power to consume or destroy you, or the ability to adapt, flourish, and grow into your true state of being. We are peaceful beings, weighed down by the difficulties of life, arrows shot through our hearts, illness affecting our brains, but we are not these things. We are eternal. We are bliss, and in bliss I choose to remain. You can live your life in fear or live your life with love for all that has transcended, regardless of it being a negative experience or not. I chose love for myself. Fear only creates anxiety, and anger merely darkens your soul. But love opens you up to abundance, achievements, and contentment within the self. The work is simply waiting to be done. I will not hide. I will not fight. Whatever happens to me was purely meant to happen for my life. Thank you so much for having me here. I appreciate it.
Thank you so very much, Kittay. I do appreciate it.
I'm very grateful to have met you. So thank you again.
Thank you so very much. What did I do? Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Kittay, I think I accidentally removed her from the stream period than to just have her. Oh my gosh. So I honestly didn't mean to kick you out like that, Kittay. Vlad, why are you laughing? Kittay, if you're still here, let me know, because I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Oh, Kittay is still here. I didn't want to just move you like that.
No worries. No worries. It's all right.
Yeah, I didn't want to just get you out like that, as if I just want to kick you out like that. Vlad was there laughing like, Vlad, what's up with you, yo?
Because yeah, it's the unintentional thing, and then it's your reaction right after. It's the oh my god, you know, like the deadpan, like what did I just do? That
yeah, because she was doing really great, and then I was like, whoops, get out of here! No, that's not me.
No, I know, you're all right. Don't worry about it.
So Vlad, wagwan, Vlad. So you just had an event. It was your birthday. I honestly wanted to have some clippings on screen, but it was me being busy. And when I tried uploading them, it was saying I can't put videos over 2 megabytes on, and they were above that. So because I did some little clippings, I wanted to show the people what was it about for a minute, but maybe sometime in the future I'll still get to upload it and share it somewhere. It's on YouTube
Yeah.
for persons who want to see. But your event, Afroverse.
Yes. So
That's the name of it.
Afroverse is actually kind of like my larger brand, I would say. And what I've been very fortunate to do with local businesses here is just throw events there. So for instance, before I had Equinox and I had an actual event called Afroverse at another location. But what was on my birthday was this newest series called Hide and Speak at the Hide Speakeasy. So yeah, that was
Okay. So
that's kind of
that
big.
event was I then speak. So
Mm-hmm.
you are a uncle, you said.
I gotta be proud about that, you know.
As I was listening, you saying what you are. You meant with that uncle part when you said, I am a poet. I am a modeler. I am an uncle."
I gotta let people know, you know. I gotta represent.
Yeah. So Kittay left. Okay. Well, I heard she said she had something somewhere to go and something to deal with. Okay, I'm gonna need that piece. So Miss Royal Campbell. Okay, Kittay says she's there on YouTube listening.
Okay.
Yes, thanks
Cool.
so much. And Mrs. Campbell was saying something about okay, Kit. Miss Campbell was saying she's gonna need that piece. I think it was something that you did cut. Yeah. So Uncle Vlad, who are
That's me.
you? Let the world know who you are other than being a uncle and a modeler. Let them know something about you, do what you love to do, and
Oh wow.
let
I would say I'm multifaceted. I have a lot of different interests. I've done a lot of different things in my life. I went to architecture school. I was obviously in the army. I work now in the insurance industry as an underwriter. So, and I'm a huge Batman fan. So, I like being interested in a lot of different things. And I like learning about a lot of different things. That's kind of like who I am. And so, that's kind of what brought around me doing Afroverse because I just wanted to kind of do something a little bit different for Black and Brown people here in Rhode Island, especially. And then it's really manifested itself in a very different way, obviously, with Hide and Speak that you went to. But volume 2 is coming up soon on 9/5, which is not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. So, yeah, you know, I'm just kind of a community person. I love to dance. I love to just be around and have a good time and smile, spread your energy if I can. That's really kind of what life's about. So I try to live that as much as possible, basically.
Okay, so the fact that you is a lower there, B. Wagwan, welcome to the YouTube chat.
Louis.
I saw him over here on Instagram. And I gotta say, before I ask you anything else, I just gotta say, maximum respect to all our audience out there. But special big up to all our circle of friends here on the whole Rhode Island, Boston connection. Not Boston, Massachusetts in general. I keep mixing up Boston and Massachusetts, but I'm new
It
to this place
happens.
also. Thank you all for welcoming me among the family. But I really do feel honored and appreciating all of you to be supporting on this time. And please also do remember to hit that subscription button and share. Oh, New England, Lord says the whole of New England. Yeah. Um, Being the fact that you are a talented individual and being involved with so many things, why did you choose poetry, or did poetry choose Vlad?
Um, I would say poetry kind of chose me. I mean, I've always kind of written on my own. I mean, years and years and years, a long time, writing little poems or writing things because you know, you grow up in a household that's Caribbean and you're first generation, speaking up about your feelings and your mental health isn't exactly first on the list of what to do. So through that, you learn to express your thoughts and your opinions in different ways. And I'm a huge fan of music. I love all types of music, basically. I'm a huge Kanye West fan. I love Def Poetry Jam when I watched it. I've always just listened to people who have a lot to say, like Lauryn Hill. The Fugees albums were obviously big influence because they're Haitian. So me writing poetry just came naturally. So poetry definitely came to me. But for a long time, I kind of just participated in. Lately, what I've been trying to do is take a more active leadership role, I guess, by having the events and curating the events and having the spaces and, you know, really trying to put Rhode Island's brand of poetry, if you will, on a good stage in a good way. So
Okay.
it's kind of
Okay. So there
towards
are
the
two comments I
lady
want to
lawyer
bring to
comment.
your attention. Um, Laurie said, "Whoa, the ladies." And and then Kittay said, "I relate to that, Vlad. Writing and especially poetry chose me too. Just the same." So what? with what Laurie says, the ladies.
Mm.
Does poetry, I would not say, I don't want to say, because I know you are a respectful person and I know you have your significant other, but does poetry let females want to get to know you more?
Um, I feel like that comes from basic interest, but I feel like the reason why Lori's specifically saying that is because I definitely have a few poetry pieces that I guess you could say it strokes their interests, I guess is the best way to put it in a not so a not
Laugh
so
out loud
non-secular
and
way.
stroke their interest. No, but it's natural. It's natural, and I can
Right.
relate to that, Vlad, because I mean, after all, ladies love hearing the artwork, and I'm not talking about nothing other than arts and painting. So I do get what you're saying. You get me? So performing, performing, all about in Rhode Island. How has that been for you?
The Rhode Island scene is very open. Obviously, you're seeing how Louis here, who runs TDN and does their poetry night, Lori, who does Pawtucket poetry, kept it going during the pandemic at times when everything else was pretty much shut down. I mean, there are a lot of different people who are putting their stamp in Rhode Island, and because it's like a big city, when new things pop up, when new opportunities are there for people to showcase what's going on, there's really nothing but support because you're going to be running into these people anyway. You're going to be seeing them out and about. You're going to be seeing them in different places. So it's just like that natural sense of community by being in such a small state. The Rhode Island, the Rhode Island brand is awesome and it's only going up from here. Shout out to the Daily Note who has a poetry show coming on this Thursday, actually. And shout out to Pawtucket Poetry who does multiple open mics where that's really like a breeding ground for people to come, whether you're experienced or not. So the Rhode Island poetry scene and that brand and what's been going on with Prov Slam as well, really great organization going in. It's great, It's kind of like I don't know baseball in the '90s. You just got all these sluggers coming out and doing awesome things, but there's no steroids involved with Rhode Island, so it's pure and it's nice.
Yeah, I personally do too, like the whole, poetry environment here in Rhode Island. Um, AMPS in New Bedford. Shout outs to the organizers. Everywhere I go, even here in New York, I do appreciate because I too do music, and I am loving the art of putting poetry out to the hearts of people. Um, Seeing that comment on screen, Laurie says you got juicy poems, and earlier, Kittay says she can't wait to hear your pieces. So without further delay, kick it off right away.
All right. I'm trying to maybe still feel like if I want to do a juicy one, I think I will. I'll do a juicy one first because I'm seeing Lori putting the support in the comments and who would I be if I didn't deliver. This is definitely one more of those poems that its intention is not to really be explicit, because I don't really like being overly explicit when I do my poetry. I very much like to provide a frame of mind and help your imagination paint the pictures to the words that I put out to you. So with that in mind, this first poem is called Stellar Reviews. I got stellar reviews on mine, 5 stars down the line, strong rapport like good morning texts, dream-worthy intimacy that rises with good morning sex. Should you have a little, you will want more. Impeccable performances meets incredible encores. Gym days or no gym days, I know my best flex. Applying the right pace, pressure, rhythm, and stretch, I got stellar reviews. Experience builds expertise. Been known to have your back when you're on your hands and knees. 3-star Michelin is my experience whenever I eat. And I may not directly speak on it, but you know what I mean. I got stellar reviews. I hit the right angles, the right sides. I am the hypotenuse. I got a way of painting the picture. Good canvas, good convos, good jokes, and good strokes. No Jolly Ranchers here. I'm more like an everlasting gobstopper when I smoke. I got stellar reviews if you haven't taken note. I've been bragging on my sacral chakra and the power that it invokes. Excuse the grandiose approach because it's a weird thing to promote. Even if you don't know firsthand, your curiosity is now provoked. Laugh if you get the chance, but no one here told any jokes. I got stellar reviews. That's our first piece.
Thank you so very much for that piece. I mean, the comment section is going wild. Kitty says she's loving this. Kittay says she's loving this.
Oh wow, yeah. No, I'm seeing it coming in. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Baby girl says you're good on TikTok. She says her mom is listening. What kind of poetry that you're saying for her mom to? Oh my gosh, mom! This is a space for creativity. So it's just being creative.
Just creative. Just trying to appeal.
Jilann giving you kisses, and Lori says she loves it. Okay. She says the mom loves it.
It's mom approved. If it's mom approved, I can have it. That's what the commercial used to say.
So before I let me be mindful of what I click here. Yeah. I don't want to kick you out for saying those poems. Jilann, welcome back to the screen. Jill?
I'm here, Amaziyah. I was just thinking about the stellar. You understand? Thinking at the back of my head, you know?
Paint the picture. That's the whole point, you know?
That's what the poem, right.
Yeah, so anything you want to say about Vlad's piece?
Vlad, very authentic. Like I said, I'm always about the authentic part of it, because like you said, it's like Amaziyah always has this poem that he talks about the Holiday Inn, you understand? And it's basically teach us how we think about things in our mind. You understand? You're just saying words, but with our mind, how our mind thinks. And this is why I'm so, want to teach kids how to be better, because this is what the mind sets up. So when you're saying Stella, everybody knows Stella got her groove back. So you understand? So the mind you understand? The mind take you there.
Connects.
So it was, so it's real authentic when I say this. It's like, it's deep what our mind can, make up of. You understand? So it's very authentic. I love it. Keep it going. And like you said something big. Support. We have to learn how to support each other. And once we learn how to support each other, we can only grow and get better from it. So like I said, I love it. Authentic. Keep it up. I have to follow you. So I can, be maybe,
Absolutely.
listen to the Stella thing.
Hello. Not too much of that Stella thing there. You're happily okay with whoever you are, and he is happily okay with whoever he is. So I know.
I was
promise,
saying the
Craig. I
mind.
have cooler
I'm
stuff.
just playing around. You know me. I have to say something. So Vlad, um, what can persons expect from you while you perform? Because you know you're just sitting here on this platform performing on an open mic or at an event where you're featured. What can they come to expect?
I mean, the unexpected. That's only one facet of my poetry, and to be honest, I don't even write a lot of poems like that anymore. You know, I was definitely a different time when I wrote that poem, but I really try to write about topics that are personal to me, and I'm forever engaging in new experiences all the time and learning new things and having new outlooks and having new feelings and emotions and you know, being an emotional creature like we are, I like to channel that through my poetry. I like to channel questions I have. I like to ask questions. I like to sometimes just spit something in your face. Other times I like to leave things to wonder about. So, if there's anything to expect to just hear my voice. But the way that I'm going to walk you through it at any given set, at any given time, I mean, it's going to be different. That's kind of what I take pride in, is just doing a whole bunch of different stuff. So, expect the unexpected. That's it.
Okay,
That's the
okay. And
goal.
with all that said, I'm expecting you to just drop something else so persons can hear more of what you are about.
Yeah. I think total I might have three pieces more that I would want to do, but we'll
Yeah,
time it out. This next one actually, this is about a very big problem we have in the country. I
yeah.
think there was just actually a shooting that happened recently that it was targeting African Americans. I forgot the city that it was in. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't before the start.
Before you start, sorry to cut you off, but before you start, I think
Yeah.
there's a message for you from Lori. What happened? I never kicked him out. My hands are here. One is here and one having this phone here. So I don't know what took place. Vlad, please get back on. Yeah, okay. So he's back. I don't know what happened right there. I hope someone never. Okay, let me not say none. Had to
I see Lois'
stream.
comment. I see it. All right.
Yeah, welcome back, Vlad.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
leave button is right next to the more and the chat button. So I have big fingers, I big fingered it. But yeah, let me just kind of get on my horse here. The next poem I have is about gun control because year after year, time after time, whether it's a school shooting or a public shooting, um, what's the latest delayed change? And that's the name of this poem. This country was built on the voice of liberty, freedom, and guns ablazing. So are we surprised that nowadays people feel free to keep guns ablazing in nightclubs, neighborhoods, churches, and classrooms, supermarkets, nail salons, movie theaters, all gone too soon? Thoughts and prayers, legislation. We've been waiting. We've been looking for a change since April 20 of 99. We looked again on many dates and we look how frequent this is happening all the time. Mass media alerts for active mass shooters. Parents running into buildings being watched by officers and troopers. Check your phone now. Is there another notification? I had to ask since every day we're all just waiting. We're all just waiting. My friend Louis said he dreams of having the active school shooter talk with his son. I mean, let's not even address skin color. I really want to address the gun. Yes, I think responsible people should have a Glock, a nice one. But I'm not willing to open the floodgates for them to cause death on the daily. I'm talking about our elders, our friends, our families, and our babies. It seems like the good guys with guns are giving 20, and mass shooters are aiming for 80, steady to slay us down because they decide we deserve to die and that they hate us. I don't own a gun now, and if I did, I'd know it'd be reliable in my hands. I don't tend to disclose that I closed 36 out of 38 con mi pistola in my hand. I'm a former army man. What's not reliable is my faith in the 18-year-old white man. Majority killing minorities with an AR-15 in hand. The same profile we know. Mental illness becomes the topic. But we get gridlocks within our Senate who don't stand for us to stop it. I don't want to look at the stories, but can't help to feel stuck to watch them. So I figured, nigga, use your voice and your mind as a weapon, and don't mind me if this is how I pop it. Sandy Hook happened, and we've been on the hook since. They get off the hook to pay, but gas for us is fitting to be $5.99. Radical regimes are doing radical means. More mass shootings than days this year. What the fuck does that mean? I'm a 90s baby, and for the life of me, this is something I've never seen. Inflation hitting our wallets, our pockets, inflation on the shootings. Can somebody explain to me what the fuck are we really doing? The Second Amendment is more important than Charlestown, Newtown, Aurora, Uvalde, Parkland, Las Vegas, Orlando, Fort Hood. Is it more important than tax-paying citizens and their kids being shot in their own schools and neighborhoods? If you don't think so, good. We're really tired of all this bullshit, and rightfully we should, but this country was built on the voice of liberty, freedom, and guns a-blazing. So are we surprised that people feel free to keep guns a-blazing? We've changed our laws for voting, marriage, slavery, discrimination. Violence has always been a sickness in this country, and we're always told to play patient. Everything that they imagined in 1776, we got some common sense viewed through a contemporary lens and ingrained with our twist, except for this. For this is America. Look at your phone. What's the latest shooting that I just missed? That's that piece.
Thank you so very much, and that's really deep. I can see the comment section blowing up. Persons are saying all kind of things. The one that's staying on the screen right now, it says, "This is that poetry that matters." And yes, it's really something that we should be promoting more often and letting our people be aware of what's going on. Let's get one up screen from Louis. He says the ending, it's so hard. Yeah. So, like I said, it's a pleasure having you here, and you showing how diverse you are really intrigued the minds of our audience. You get me? Let me go back to the part of we were talking about your event. So you were also now a promoter, because that was never mentioned, right? So you'll be promoting events. You want to talk more on that, and where can persons come to see you and other poets be doing your poetry pieces?
Yeah. When it comes to my connection with media and social media, even, the number one thing I try to keep in mind is keeping things authentic. And sometimes authentic means nothing at all. So when it comes to kind of my promotion, I mean, I can only dream to have the promotion skills that you have. You're a giant. Like the day when I sent you a photo and you flipped it into a reel and you made up a poem on that reel with the voiceover with the effects on it, and I was just like, you did this all within 2 hours. Like I was like, you're a beast. But I try to do definitely more grassroots for my promotion. I work on my flyers myself. I'm very proud of them because they move. But I try to really just rely on that. When people go to these events, the strongest thing that they can have is word of mouth, and sharing their experience and sharing what it was like to be there. Because I could send a flyer to you 6,000 times a day for a week. But when you're a friend or someone close to you or a family member is saying, oh, I performed at this, or I went to this event and it was here, and they just tell you about something brand new, that's usually the one that's going to stick with you the most, is you hearing it through your community and through people that are close to you. So I'm very grassroots with my promotion, man. I word of mouth it, I make my flyer, I share my flyer, but I try not to be too intrusive, because if you need to find the space that I'm putting on, you'll find it because the people there are telling you about it. It's not necessarily, I don't want to say it doesn't appeal to everyone, because it certainly does, but it's one of those things where it's like the space is best curated by who's there, because they'll have respect for it. They'll bring people who have respect for it. people who are curious about it and maybe never spoke up before, or never been to a poetry show, or never done an open mic, or never done a feature with like a 20-minute feature before or anything, they'll get those opportunities to do that there. So being a promoter is fairly new for me. It's definitely more on the minimalist side, but that's just how I like it,
Okay. And it's senior ad and what you were doing, not just a birthday event. It really grabbed my attention, and that's just me genuinely wanting to promote anything I am on. And this is, as long as I see someone do something authentic, I'll be happy to reach out to them. Just as how I would mention a Pawtucket poetry, but what she's doing, it's not necessarily what she did for me, even though that really touched my heart immensely. But just to see her, post out stuff about people and be promoting. I mean, we could be going so many different places if we just all, had that same energy to promote. Okay, she says, stop talking about her. I will stop now, but I will continue as soon as I stop. Yeah, the love that she has for the whole poetry thing, and she's not that selfish person, she just do it genuinely, and it just reminds me of me. I do things genuinely, whether or not I may be able to get financial gains or profits. It's just me loving what I do and not doing it for the love of money, but doing it for the love of love. Also talking about the love of doing stuff. To you, to Kittay, to any other poets out there who want us to create a video, we can. I believe in, we being here for us. I have a hashtag, support the poets. And I do really want to see poetry on a level where, just as how I see the hip-hop videos, the reggae dancehall music videos, I want to see more poetry videos. Of course, I will not be going on, continue just doing free videos, but I'm willing to, help out a few people. Whether you have it or not, we can make some videos. If they give me some incentives or not, I still want to make videos. So, say for example, you have a recorded poetry video, Vlad, and you say, yeah, I would really like to get this on a visual. I would really like to get some visual to it. I'm willing. You get what I'm saying? So whether it be you and Kittay, whether it be Louis the B, whether it be, what her name, she's a poet. I remember that name. Oh, Jill, right? Yeah.
Shout out to a couple poets who are already breaking ground and making headway in doing that. Louis, for instance. The man's got a clean production already going, but that's the future. You're very much talking about where it's all heading, and you're right. That's kind of where that is the future of poetry for sure. So, all right.
And before you say the final piece, I gotta give shout outs to Nelly Nels. He should be here on next Sunday. I gotta give shout outs to Sonia Patterson and the whole Nigerian team. The African connection is still strong. I gotta say maximum respect to everybody who been participating. I see we gone 9 minutes over time, but before you say your next piece, let me do one more thing that Lori doesn't like. She always say, "Oh, I have too much commercial breaks," but we have to do the commercials because that's part of what get the program up and running. So let me run to an event that's coming up in New York that I will be at also. So let the people see what's going on.
People, are you ready? Yeah! Oh, wow. Debbie as Sister Williams, Illustrated Matron of Miriam, chapter number 5. And J. Jones Entertainment presents the ultimate all-white affair, Soul to Soul, taking place on Saturday, September 16, 2023. Starting time, 9 p.m. until 2 a.m. You can't afford to miss this one. Tickets only $65. And that includes a complimentary glass of champagne and food ticket. Pre-order bottles includes VIP table and complimentary appetizers. Reserve bottles and tables by August 25th. This event is taking place at 65 Putnam Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. So for ticket and more info, please call 347-938-0965 or 347-322-1119. The ultimate all-white affair, soul to soul. You can't afford to miss this one. 65 Putnam Ave. Tell them precisely. This commercial is brought to you by Action.
Hey viewers, I'm Julia. Keep watching the TDP Show.
And I'm Kate, and tell them precisely.
Damn precisely. Yes, I was at Barclays last night. You know, I had to be on the road. You know,
That was awesome.
Doing poetry and all that. You know, the journey continues. We never stop. So, Vlad, I let me say, you know, like I said to Kittay before, I do pay attention to people all over, you know, creative individuals. I love the fact that, you know, we use our creativity to, whether it be soothe others and to motivate other people, to encourage them, to make them laugh, because I see you are also that fun type of person. I've been paying attention to your videos, yeah, and you are sometimes that comical individual that a female would really love being around, even though sometimes they see it as annoying, but it's not, they really love it. They're lying. Yeah, so, you know, kudos goes out to you and your journey, whatever you're doing. Before you do your final piece, any words of advice that you want to give to him, Miss Murray? And when you do, before you do your last piece, Vlad, I want you to, you know, give any advice to our younger youth. But before you, while you think about that, because none of these questions were, you know, pre-written. When I told Vlad, hey, I need a biography or something, Vlad say, oh, I'll just tell him like it is. So, you know, yeah, it is what it is. But before you answer, before you give the kids anything that you want to say, Jilann, Murray, let's hear what you have to say, and then we take it away with Vlad.
No, I love it. I love it. I just see I can definitely connect with you on doing something on the next level. So I just, while I'm sitting here, I'm thinking of ideas in my head for my organization with teaching kids. So I love the fact that, like I said, it's just authentic for me. And maybe I can hit you up when I need, you know, promotion. You understand? So, you know, yeah. I'm definitely going to be in contact with you. So I appreciate it. And I would just want to say, keep going. You know, it's need to be said. Sometimes we get very uncomfortable with saying certain things. And it's because of the way that we're brought up, you know, especially being island people, you know, we were told not to say this, but it's okay for us to know that, you know, sometimes you have to make people uncomfortable. So I like the fact that you speak the facts. You understand? You're going to have poems that are nice, sweet, you understand, authentic, but then sometimes you need to hear the truth. And I like that. Yeah. So I appreciate it.
And one more thing, let me jump in before you say what you have to say, Vlad. While you say what you say, Jill, there are certain times, sorry, I can't be doing no, do it now. Okay, I'm busy on an interview. These people, yo. Anyway, Vlad, no, not Vlad, Jill. So while you are there in Ghana, they say some things we have to speak into existence, and let me declare it from today. As your connection gets stronger, I'm seeing that day. So let me mention it from now, you know, because I got that power. Sometimes I say stuff and it evolves into reality. I'm seeing that day where, you know, our people there in Africa would be seeing the likes of Kittay, Vlad, Amaziyah The Great, and other poets on one stage in Africa. And that's something I would love to see, you would love to see, and I don't think Vlad would not like to see something like that. So while your connections get stronger in the future, we hope to be there.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say this to you: the connection is very strong. You understand? So we'll talk about it more, but that connection is
Salute.
strong.
Yeah, not tell them nothing more. They're talking to Jamaican, so Vlad now understand what we are saying. Yeah. Or maybe he does. So
No,
Vlad.
I stick with you. I stick with you as much as I can. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah. So as much as I would love, Laurie's in the comment section. As much as I would love having her here, she's always shying away from cameras. But I hope she gets that bravery, courage to be on the TDP show at some point. Yeah.
Would love that. Would love that. I support that as well too.
So yeah, like I was saying, you know, what advice would you have to give, or what motivating words you have to give to, you know, our, you know, kids for tomorrow's future? I absolutely love Vlad's poem. Yeah. So after your encouragement, your words of encouragement, these people. Okay, let me pay attention to the screen. Yeah, as much as when you do give your speech, you can drop your piece, and then, you know, let people know where they can find you, how to reach you, and make your shout outs after that, and that's it.
Quick question before I start this little monologue, because that's basically what it's going to be, because I'm just going to flow. Is there like a time limit I have on this, or can I?
No. We can close out now. We will have. I wanted to initially do, you know, half an hour, which I give people like 25 minutes. But if the topics is interesting, it's my show. They won't kick me out. So it's all good.
All right. All right. So then in that case, I'm gonna definitely have something extended here. I'm gonna give my advice. I'm gonna quickly add like a plug or two for myself and like events I have going on and other things. But then I'm going to read two pieces back to back because I picked this set specifically and I definitely want to get this off. So stay with me.
Before you do the two pieces, let me find out if Jill is okay with that, because she's up next. And I don't want her to be here waiting and wondering why am I keeping her so long. Jill, is that okay?
You can. That's okay. You can do the pieces. That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
not a problem.
I'll be here.
So take it away without no delay.
All right, here we go. So first, you know, to the youth out there, I actually was very lucky recently to volunteer with an organization called Half Full. And what they do is they do youth forwards, kind of like a company retreat for young individuals in high school to teach them leadership skills. And I did that last weekend. I did some camping. It was really great. And the same advice I gave to them, I'll give to younger people out there, is that your voice is powerful. Your voice is probably one of the most powerful things you have. It's important to speak up for yourself, but it's also equally as important to speak up for other people. Other people when they're being bullied, other people when they're not being treated right, other people when they're being treated unfairly or badly. Your voice is a powerful thing that can stop a lot of things in motion. So you always want to be an advocate for yourself, an advocate for the people you care about, but also be an advocate for a stranger that you can see needs help at certain times. It'll never do you wrong. With that being said, again, my name is Vladimir Jean, but Vlad works just fine. All of my poetry is actually available on my Tumblr. I've been using Tumblr for almost about 14 years since Barack Obama was president. It's been a long while. My Tumblr link is actually vladworksjustfine.tumblr.com. As soon as you get to the page, it'll have something that says Vlad tag and poems. You can click the poem link and it has literally all of my work if you want to scour or read it. What I think was really awesome about what we spoke about was engaging to the audience in different ways. And sometimes you do have those selfish pieces that are all about you, but other times I found that it's equally important or really effective to speak directly to the audience. So with that being said, this poem is called Warning Hug. To our lovely audience, the crowd that sits and is willing to show up here to listen, we love you for that. We love that shit. But keep the ad libs for the Bad Bunny you play in your car or your kitchen. This is not your rendition. This is not an open audition. This performance is simple if you listen. It doesn't always require your yelling or your additions. Free will is real, and you gonna do what you feel and what you will, but disrupting a poet's set is a guilty ass act. Don't act up. Grab a slice or a drink and sit down. Maybe offer a or snaps. Do y'all remember that? Darlings, please trust, I would never unjustly go on the attack. But when did outright impromptu conversations with a poet mid-poem not become whack? If the poet has got the mic, even with all of your hype, where does one fit to interrupt any of that? Who cares about whoever the lames are talking in the back? They missed out on something great, and that's the mindset of Vlad. But are you checking your phone, talking about delicate shit that you could talk about at home, making a quick joke because nobody really noticed? Maybe you should recite this poem for me instead, since you already seem to know it. Or maybe you don't give a fuck. Body language is giving, it's telling and showing. Your focus should be to hear, though. If I could buy your time here, though, are you finna loan it? We appreciate the ones that hang, the ones you can see vibing and feel glowing. Your lives are as boundless as mine, but when it comes to poetry and poems, you're deciding to volunteer your time, your mind, and your attention, my deficient friends. These are a couple things that for poetry make a lot of sense. Saving the raging applause until the poem actually ends. Not yelling, shut the fuck up for silence. Just focus on the poet and vibing with your friends. Now, if somebody's talking through the set, don't let them distract you and get you to turn your head. An example is easy to demonstrate. Concentrate on trying to catch all of these stanzas instead. What I'm saying is that poetry ain't a rap show, even if it's got flow. It's Badu at the podium, Kanye being self-conscious, Mos Def rocking the set and keeping us all honest. And if I'm being honest, we can run the tapes back, but I never heard anyone out there hollering or yelling, shut the fuck up, with aggressive behavior like we are at the Oscars, but we ain't. This is a poetry show. This is exposing our fears, our thoughts, our heart and emotions, our inner selves for show. We all want this to be genuine because our soul is the show. So we love us a great crowd that knows how to respect great poetry shows. We're thrilled, but this ain't day trill. Hype and praise is not the enemy, but when it comes to doing too much and certain hype-ass energy, that overly aggressive shit is not wanted, and you can leave that at home or leave that at the door. And don't look for that shit like you would if your keys hit the floor. But for real, please don't be mean at poetry shows no more. These are about understanding and peace, and we could all use more. This is your warning hug. Really quick, that piece was kind of in response to when you go to poetry sets or poetry shows, and you just have a crowd that really just disrupts what a poet's doing and doesn't let them actually just be themselves. And that poem was just kind of a heads up and a friendly reminder to everyone to just kind of like reel it in and get it together. My last poem I'm going to read right now, and before
you do that, Vlad, before you do that, let me apologize for persons who were, I don't know if you were here clearly while the phone rang. I always put posts out, tell people I'll be live, not to call, not to disturb, but unfortunately, if that was the,
It's cool. Don't worry.
Yeah.
About that.
No, but what I pause you for is before you do the final piece, please tell people where they can. Did you mention that earlier? How they can find you?
I gave like a little half piece, and I was just about to give the second part of that half piece right before I read the last piece. So we were thinking the same thing. We're thinking the same thing. I was just about to get to it. What I was going to say.
Yeah. So let them know that before you do that final piece, before I forgot, at the end of the piece, I would just want you to plug it now, and then you can move on to that last one.
I got you. You could find me probably most likely on Instagram or not my Tumblr, like I said earlier. So my Instagram is just my full name, VLADIMIRJEAN. Very simple. I've been called Voldemort. I've been called Validity. I've been called Vald. It happens. People mix it up. But that's why Vlad works just fine. And that's also the name of my Tumblr. VladWorksJustFine.tumblr.com. The next place you can see me, I will definitely be rocking out at the TDN Poetry Show at Revival Brewery on 50 Sims Avenue in Providence this coming Thursday. But then after that, on September 5th, to kind of start and kick off Labor Day weekend, or Labor Day week rather, on 9/5, Tuesday, I will be having Hide and Speak Volume 2, the sequel to the series I've started. I have 3 amazing poets that are going to rock their set. It's kind of a surprise. I'm going to release them sometime next week to let you know who they are with another flyer. But this poetry series, the space is at the George Hotel, which is the George on Washington Street, George Washington, think of it that way. But yeah, like, definitely come out to Hide and Speak. Doors at 7. You can see the post and all the information on my page. And for Hide and Speak, of course, we're going to be doing some open mics. So if anyone's in the area, or it's a Tuesday night and you're not getting tacos, or you already got tacos, you can come stop by with Hide and Speak and see some awesome things going on. Those are the places you can find me, my IG, and then in person at events. That's probably the best, and that's what I prefer. I mean, I would give you my number, but I don't know who's streaming here. But shout out to everyone in Africa who's also looking at this. It's kind of an honor as a Haitian American to be streaming out to the motherland and get my face in front of you guys and get that interest and hear about like some poetry stateside. So I'm very humbled, very happy to be here. With that being said, the time has come to wrap up this set. This last poem that I'm going to read is a poem 100% about me. You know, I like to appeal to people, I like to appeal to the crowd, but at the end of the day, the poetry that I write started off as just my own monologue. It started off as a way for me to sort out my own thoughts, for me to sort out my own experiences, and to kind of give it power and be able to look at poetry year after year and seeing how it changed and seeing how you change is probably one of the most fulfilling things. So this poem is actually my favorite to read because every time I read it, I feel triumphant at the end of it. This poem is called Thoughts True in Orbit. I chew you up, I spit you out, I pick you up, I put you back in my mouth. I allowed what I said I'd never allow. Said I was gonna stay up on this. Look at me lying down. Look at me now, feeling a clown. Like fruity stripes, crappy but black and white, expected not quite, but ask me if I was proud. Elephant with bees, the logo. I wouldn't make a sound. I remember looking like I couldn't believe it. Mi princesa y reina, mi preciosa, mi vida, explíqueme, por favor, mi amor. How could you want him when I said that I was yours? You've raised infinite suspicions and everlasting eyebrows. Siri, ¿cómo se dice cómo? How? How could you look at me? How could I look at you now? How do I look? My heart just broke. How could I feel this deeply in my mind, my body, and all throughout? My forehead is hot. It'll cool off if I just look around. And I haven't put words to these feelings or thoughts before. Why am I doing this now? I chew you up, I spit you out, I pick you up, I put you back in my mouth. The taste is coarse and harsh, but you think that it was sweet and soft like bubblegum. Yummy thoughts. Think Frank Ocean, cotton candy, pink. If absinthe, arsenic, and orange soda made a drink, I raised it to the sky, smiled wide, and in view of the crowd, touched every single person's glass to clink. A cyanide pill for good measure, out of body experience to follow. This must be a new regimen, and the daily refreshers will begin starting tomorrow. Run packed is gum packed because this is a lot to swallow. It tastes just like a brown avocado. Just think or imagine standing there, viewing a devastating surprise as it happens, wishing you were dreaming, not there, or that you had chloroform and a napkin. Whether it was a protest or a stage, fist or hands clapping or raised, or celebrations or games being played, real surreal moments that are challenged, under review, and at the spot of the foul, slow-mo and replaying. Stupid prizes and trophies. I felt real stupid because I didn't even know that I was drafted or chosen or that I was even playing. I chew you up, I spit you out, I pick you up, I put you back in my mouth. What's a million tears to chew over and spilled ink or some disdainful or shameful, painful pages in the old think tank or memory book? A terrifying and diverse itinerary of a library lives here, and the shit's heavily booked. Chilling nonfiction, every bit of dramatics, volumes, editions, and juicy packed chapters, burst of your bubble on the spot. Dramatic. And scene, roll credits, but who's really the best actress here or actor? This is a face or knee slapper. Shit's over, but you got a few key points or highlights that you think over or look after. You would have thought with how well it was going for everyone at the time, it was rehearsed or practiced. And don't give into a reaction. Stay calm, nigga. Practice. Practice. I chew you up. I spit you out. I pick you up. I put you back in my mouth. It's a very specific taste. Like it'd be a waste of my time to detail. But these are exclusive memories, not available for the public or in bulk, not for the plug's price, not wholesale or retail. Only a certain version could I ever serve up to retail. Added a riddle or two for those who really know me so well. I chew you up, I spit you out, I pick you up, I put you back in my mouth. Chewing gum has its flavor, but you're never supposed to swallow. Chewing on some bullshit, but you know shit can't be allowed to wallow. I now have a nuanced appetite, a jaw that has taken on the spite. I've been through some crooked things, so I got a crooked smile and a crooked bite. But I'm tired of chewing this gum now. I could use some food now. Even underwhelmed, I'm over gum's clout. I chew you up, I chew you up, I chew you up, I spit you out.
Nice. Nice. What inspired you to write that piece, Vlad?
Two very specific moments of heartbreak and having all the time in the world to think about it over and over and over again. Chew it over, chew it over, chew it over, chew it over until eventually you just have to spit it out.
Okay, it's very interesting. Laurie says yes. Kittay says love all the poems, incredible. But before you do your big ups, because next I would just want you to give all your shout outs to all the persons you want to shout out, and then we will take it to Kat. Oh my gosh, why did I mention Kat? to Jill. I was about to say I will not kick you out like how I kicked Kat out, but that was not intentionally. But
I'll turn off my cam.
Before you do your big up, I still have to go to another quick commercial break.
I'm looking for a decent girl.
The legendary messianic icon and forefathers of reggae and dancehall, which is globally historic, is now restoring. Be ready as the evolution unfolds. Ancient mystic music recording artist Alpha Rowan with music of all genres.
Just the way the cookie crumbling, we were born free. What can I do, Lord? Mother Earth, keep them and teach them, no make no receive. He's the demon, master demon. Well, this are the dancehall manners book.
Go get his latest album in stores now. Dancehall Manners Book. Available on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, and all major digital download and streaming platforms. Follow on Instagram and Twitter at Alpha Rowan. Visit and subscribe to his YouTube channel, Alpha Rowan the Headmaster. For bookings, contact 646-436-1570 or 876-348-3660 or email ancientmysticmusic18@gmail.com. Alpha Rowan the Headmaster. Get you.
Hey viewers, my name is Jilann Murray, the CEO of Catch It From The Roots. Continue to watch the TDP Show. Like, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Thank you.
Vlad, we're back. I see you. Thanks. Welcome back to the TDP Show, people. And before we go, Vlad has some peeps he want to big up, and then we roll over to Miss Jilann Murray all the way in Ghana. There, it's getting late, so I don't want to keep them waiting too long. Vlad, make your shout outs real quick.
Yes, big shout out, of course, to Laurie, who hosts Pawtucket Poetry, where you basically catered and helped me come into my poetical potential. Really appreciate you. Big shout out to Louis the B and TDN. Always love every single time. And big shout out to you, Amaziyah, for just hosting this and getting the chance for perform. I've been doing less performing and more hosting, so I really appreciate the chance to just sit down and just do some work and listen to some great poets too. So those are my shout outs, and thank you everybody for watching. You already got my IG. You can find me there, and I hope we connect and run into each other more often for sure.
Blessings and respect, blessings and respect. And the final word before you go, Jill, anything you want to say to him?
Just expect an email from me, because we definitely going to connect, because you can do so much with the youths. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
I got you. We'll connect. I got you. Thanks.
Yeah. Louis says maximum respect and love goes out to you just the same. So the beautiful royal so divine Miss Jilann Murray. Wagwan, it's been a minute. Well, it's been more than a minute. How are you doing?
Diana,
Before
I'm doing good.
Before you say anything else, let me big up all the African tribe from all over the continent. Let me big up my Jamaican peeps. Let me big respect to the people here in America, Canada, England, people all over the globe who are watching the live now and who will be seeing the afterlife. Jill, Wagwan. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing a word you're saying. You're probably mute still.
I'm here. I'm blessed. I'm here. Definitely here.
So you are the CEO of Catch It From the Roots. I would want to introduce a small promo of what you are about, and then you can take it away from there. Please hold for a minute.
Welcome to Catch It From the Roots, where hopes meet opportunity. We are dedicated to transforming the lives of African children and beyond through education, empowerment, and love. Join us as we provide vital resource, build school, and foster a brighter future for these young minds. Together, we can make a lasting impact and inspire a generation to dream big, because every child deserves a chance to thrive. Catch It From the Roots, empowering African children one step at a time.
Yes.
Yes. So Amaziyah, as you said, my name is Jilann Murray. I am the CEO of Catch It From the Roots. And I just want to say this before I get started. Catch It From the Roots was given birth. I would say given birth on social media. It was TikTok where I first, Amaziyah, you know me for always doing missionaries, feeding the homeless, feeding the poor. But, I'm always about kids. I love kids. I'm a mother of 4, and the kids are, just a part of me. Like, your kids are my kids. So, Catch It From the Root was birthed on TikTok. That's where I got all my team members, my cousins, my friends. We just believe in a vision. So I just want to say, you have to, anytime you have a vision, just believe in it. The kids are the future generation. We can sit on social media all day, and social media is not going to teach us what we need. When we started Catch It From the Roots, we started with, a whole bunch of different people that they said they believe in the vision. But when you have people that say, they believe in the vision, but they actually, when the vision becomes alive, they're not there, to fulfill the vision. Right now, the mission that Catch It From the Root is doing is we're doing fundraiser. So we're a nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3. We're located in Florida. So we do have an office that's available in Florida. And we have our Ghana office. And let me say this, I just want to, I could cut it and go back and forth, but I want to thank my team, because I have a tremendous team in Ghana, in the US. When I say tremendous, it's hard to find people that are authentic, that are real, that believe in the vision. So I want to give a big shout out to my Ghana team, to my US team, to my Jamaica team. You understand? Because it's hard to find people to believe in missionary, in vision. You understand? The first project we have was a school that's in Cape Coast. And if anyone knows about Cape Coast, Ghana, it's where our roots is originate. You understand? If you go to Cape Coast, the castle, that's where they did the slave trading and everything. So one of my board member, which is Kenny, he's actually, I can see him in YouTube. He told us about this school, and it was a unique story. He told me that there's a school where there's a disabled guy that's running the school. And he said he has about 200 kids. And you know me, I'm a soft person. I love kids. And I couldn't believe it when he said, a disabled person is running the school. So I had to go and see it for my own eyes. So I came out to Ghana in July. And when I came out to Ghana in July, I saw the school and it brought tears to my eyes. And that's where the journey began. You understand? I said, I have to fundraise for these kids because, you hear about Africa all the time and they don't tell you the sweet and the bitter. You understand? They tell you, oh, Africa is Africa. But no, Africa doesn't have any government assistance like America do. You understand? Africa is really, every man for themselves. You understand? And I believe in no kids should ever have to go hungry. No kid should have to, go without food. When you get to Ghana, you either fall in love with it or you fall in love with your tears. That's how I was touched. So, I came out, I saw the school, I saw the condition, and we start fundraising. So we fundraise, and I actually have some friends that were on my team, and they basically, got together and we got the money that we needed to go ahead and start rebuilding the school. After going back in July, I just, got the funds that I needed. And I said, this is where I want to be. I want to be in Ghana, and I'm going to make sure those babies get their schools. So, being a mother of 4, of course, I have a newborn baby. I packed my stuff and I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go to Ghana and I'm going to fundraise and I'm going to believe in the vision. Even if I have 2 people supporting the vision, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm currently in Ghana. We do have a fundraiser that we're doing. We're actually thinking of doing a charity concert in December where we need, all artists aboard, everyone that, wants to help. Like, we're a nonprofit organization. I keep telling people this, we don't have a money problem. We have a people problem. People choose what they want to do with money. You understand? And if you see the conditions of these kids, we even have a Pad for Her project where we partner. And I mean, seeing 638 girls, we were able to help them with sanitary pads given back is just a blessing. So I don't know what to touch on Amaziyah, but all I'm asking people is go to our website. We have our website. It's www.catchitfromtheroot.org. And we ask you to donate. You understand? If you want to see what it's like, you can come over to Ghana, see what the motherland has to offer. Because, here I keep telling people, here is where the roots start. You understand? Ghana is like Jamaica. It's just the bigger version of Jamaica, but it has the bitter and the sweet. You understand? And every day I get up, if anyone knows my heart, I'm just a regular person in a shell, but being in this country has taught me a lot. It has taught me how to appreciate the little that we have. And sometimes we complain and we take stuff for granted. And when I see little babies on the street begging for food and little babies hustling and little babies selling water or selling fruits just to make a living, it lets me know that as a human being, I am well blessed, you know. So that's all I could say, Craig.
Okay, so let me jump in real quick. I need to put me on screen here. So for those who so before I say anything else, Vlad, I see you commented you're excited to hear her piece. Jill is not a poet. Is just a phenomenal person. It's all good. She's an entrepreneur. She okay, so let people know truly who Jilann Murray is. From my perspective. So we actually never physically met face to face. But I was in Connecticut 2016. And I was among two friends who I met at the time. Spider and Blacks. And Jill was among the circle of friends in the WhatsApp group, and she would help persons from that group that I do know of financially. Persons she still never met, and you know, when I went back to Jamaica, we still be vibing. I did a flyer for her. When I did the flyer, I was never paid at the time. And I was like, wow, these people saying that, you know, they be doing this. And how can't I get my money for that flyer? But I never complained. And I think a year came and went. And honestly, Vlad, at the time when Jill reached out to me, it was time when I owed my rent. And she says, Amaziyah, you know, it's just the connection being messed up. Or I'm glad that we have the connection now. And that money, she doubled it that she owed. And she never just do it because, okay, she had me waiting. She did it because it was some mysterious powers I've spoken to her. And I cleared my rent up. And I was with about $3,000 left after that. I sought some food out for the kids. And at one point, it was me saying to her, you know, she said, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? I say, I'm on my way to pay down on a refrigerator. And I'm not afraid to talk about it. I never had a fridge then. I was a grown man still, you know, not having a fridge. And she said, Amaziyah, you don't have a refrigerator? And I said, nah. And she says, like, how much for the fridge? You know, and I made a quote. And she said, you know what? Don't just go put money on the fridge, go buy that fridge. And yeah, she did. Like I said, we never met. And so I was telling some people, say, you know, this lady sent me some money to, and they were like, hey, I think she wants you. And I was like, no, she's not the type of person, because you know what? She ironed out all those ends and says, Amaziyah, let me tell you this. Anything you see me doing for you, I do it because I want to do it. You're not the first, and it's not me liking you. It's not me. And I was like, I wonder if she heard our conversation. She probably tapping my phone and heard that person saying that to me, but you know, that wasn't the case. And then there are a lot more things that she did. She sent people to my place, my community. You know, she gave me stuff. She been helping people from out the pocket in the city of Portmore and all about in Jamaica. So that's her before, you know, starting this whole Catch It From the Root, you know, organization. And I hope and pray that she, you know, be blessed with, you know, serious sponsors who want to fund the project. It's not for her, it's not for pocket, it's for helping others. And I can testify today that I was helped immensely in a financial way, which no one have done for me before. You get what I'm saying? And I do appreciate you as a person, Jill. Never seen you before in real life, but love you just the same. Continue to do what you are doing. And for Vlad, who are thinking that you're a poet, I really want to hear his point of view on what you've been saying so far and what he thinks about you supporting kids in Africa. Vlad.
I thought this was a great prelude to a poem about your work. Honestly, I really thought I was under the impression, no, but I was listening to what you're saying, and you know, your connection with the country, your connection with the youth, your intention. I mean, it's all beautiful things. It's inspiring, and hearing his story about how you helped him, it's like no one needs to do that, but you do that out of the goodness of your soul because you know what people need and the basic decencies that we need to survive, and all the things that we take for a humble and a granted basis because of all of our quote unquote problems, when there are so many people out there who their problems to us, I mean, it seems like we can't even imagine, but it's on a daily struggle, on a day to day. So, I have family in Haiti that to this day that have those problems, especially with the way that country is right now. So I respect that a lot. And you really don't see, I guess, a lot of exposure to people in other countries, but hearing your story from Ghana and seeing that exposure out there is just like, man, like it goes all over the world. That positivity, that joy, that support, that humanitarian side and aspect, and I think it's great to see firsthand, for sure. Even without a poem, even without a poem, no, it's wonderful. So I appreciate the work you do, and I'm definitely going to be tapping in with you for sure because you help youth, and that's something I've been dedicating more time to doing this year. Now that I'm getting old.
So, Jill, how has it been? What are the feedback? Because I see you be doing some promos. Are people jumping in to participate? Have you successfully landed in the form of sponsorship deal or anyone wanting to work with you in a major way?
Yeah, I have to say I became a queen of I don't even know the name they gave me. They named me for the queen the other day, Mama Goo or whatever. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. So there is a lot been happening, and I have to say we do have a donor that gave us a tremendous donation, but we still have to fundraise. The kids' school that we're trying to build is a state-of-the-art school. I don't know if you saw pictures before Amaziyah where this kitchen was just a concrete wall and 2 pots. You understand? But the kids are still going to school and they're still learning. And like I said, this is a disabled guy that runs the school, and he doesn't charge them any school fees. And he has about, I want to say 254 kids, and he's doing it on his own. I've teamed up. Like I said, a lot of people need to learn this. You can do it all by yourself. Teamwork makes the dream work. And if we can collaborate and if you have a project that you are struggling with, right? And I have a foundation, why not collaborate together so we can grow and build it up? A lot of people are scared to do that. And this is what I found out being in Ghana. I've collaborated with a lot of entrepreneurs, and it works out. It works great. You understand? I have even basically had politicians that came out and came together, kings that came out and came together. You understand? And I just want to tell people this, as big as Africa is, you understand, we got to learn that, America, and this in no shape or form am I speaking because, I'm going to only speak my truth. America is a great place, but motherland here is where the foundation is. You understand? Us as people, we need to get here. We need to start. The only way I feel like the world can heal is when we start healing the motherland. You understand? This is where all foundation come from. So when we start healing motherland, and when we as people, you understand, can stick together, you understand the beauty of it. Not like, Amaziyah's here, we're talking, and then after we're done with this, we start talking, the show was this and that. No, us as people coming together and taking what's ours, because we are in control of everything. You understand? Take what's ours. You understand? Not meaning, I have a cup here and, it's my cup. No, take what's rightfully yours. Control. You understand? I tell, the people in Ghana, you understand, I have a team. And like I said, they are a tremendous team. I keep telling them, we have a system that we can sit down and don't do nothing. But the day you wake up and you start doing something, it's a cycle that you break. You understand? We sit down and we complain every day. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. Get up. You understand? Get up. One thing I have to say about Craig, from I know him, he always saying, I'm never going to stop. You understand? He keeps, it doesn't matter. If you sometimes I see 20 videos from him a day. And I'm like, here goes Craig sharing another video. But because he believes in himself and he believes in the vision, he's going to keep on, sharing it, keep on doing it. Even when people's telling him he can't do it, he's going to keep on doing it. So we have to know that we have to keep going as people. You understand? This is home. All creation started right here in Africa. You understand? I'm not going to go back and forth with people. It started right here. So until we can change the world, we have to heal the motherland, and then we'll see the difference in the world.
Yeah, Jill, as you mentioned, talking about me, again, that I will never stop. Yeah, that's one of my catchphrases. We never stop. We keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny. We'll go hard for a while. We're not doing nothing funny. It brings me to the point where I have to take a quick commercial break. Please hold for a minute.
Again, me tell you thanks for tuning in to the show. TDP with Amaziyah The Great, and you should know. I'm going to drop a quick poem for you. It's called Life is Like. For some, life is like a game, so they play all day. For some, life is like a puzzle, they get lost along the way. As for me, my life is a journey. I could talk about that all day. I give thanks for life. I live to see another day. Tell them precisely. Action.
Hey viewers, I'm Julia. Keep watching the TDP Show.
And I'm Kate, and tell them precisely.
Yes, we are back. Welcome to the TDP Show. Tell them precisely. Yours surely, I am Amaziyah The Great. Earlier we had the Kittay. Why I say Kittay? Kittay, the poetic cat. If that was somebody else and I mentioned her name incorrectly, she would say, Craig, what's going on? Who is that? Why did you call me another female's name? And then there'll be problems all over. But it is what it is. Thanks so very much, Miss Murray, for being here. I really do appreciate. Okay, someone is saying something here. She literally wants to bless every little kid or buy from everyone. Selling her a hot street because they need help. I think basically Lori is saying, I said Keisha. Lori, Keisha is perfectly fine. I know she's in Jamaica right now, behaving herself. She's not giving no problems, and I'm still searching for Keisha. But I'm sure she is somewhere out there in Jamaica, behaving herself, not cheating, not being disrespectful, not, talking about, okay, we soon come back to you, Jill. Let me, as I talk about searching for Keisha, for those who wanting to know what searching for Keisha is a short Jamaican movie I did. So please do go check it out on YouTube. Hey, Jill, is Murray's Mask still going on? I still have that commercial, Can plug it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's there. Mm-hmm.
So since Murray's Mask going on, before I do my searching for Keisha, let me do searching for Keisha first. And please, people, do go check that movie out. It's a short movie I did back in Jamaica.
Yeah, on the road, say my mother over one girl named Keisha.
Shiloh Star, Keisha.
You know what you mean, Mama? Look for you, man.
Yes, baby, we can't manage. Pull up there now.
For your clothes, I don't know your clothes wrong side. You're kind of there.
Pull boy. Yo, let me tell yo, don't ever pass your place. I look for one girl named Keisha, and I see her. Yes.
Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Keisha Brown,
Craig! Come on. Craig! If I feel like say me a go, I'm war in this year. You try war.
For the best tasting Irish moss today, grab a Morris moss without a delay. Morris moss, organic sea moss, premium quality, great value, 100% wild crafted, non-GMO, raw organic sea moss for gel, clean, sun-dried and odorless. Sea moss supplements rich in vitamins and mineral. Call immediately today at 203-512-9846 or visit our Facebook page at Morris Moss JA and visit our website at morrisja.com. Tell them precisely.
Yes, Greg, I hope it didn't get cut off.
Me there, man, me there. So thanks for being here, Jill. The comment section is going wild. Let me see what people are saying about me.
You're on the Skisha thing.
Yeah, Lori said sorry for me jumping to the commercial break. She keep distracting me. It is what it is, Miss Lori. It's not distracting. It's just reading and let people know what you're saying about me. So yeah, so the project seemed to be going on tremendously, and do you have like, how can people? I heard you mention people coming on board to support. How can people, if they wanna do financial support, if they wanna give stuff as it relates to, do you take like, some people would not want to give money, but say for example they would want to donate, school bags, book bags, stuff, clothes, whatever. Do you take those stuff?
Okay, so Craig, I'm just going to be honest with you. Yes, we do take those stuff, but shipping in Ghana is a crime. Okay, so we're actually working. Yeah, shipping in Ghana
that's
is
pretty
a
new.
crime.
Is that like a serious crime?
No, it's a serious crime. It's like,
so they don't want persons to ship stuff over there.
No, it's the cost. What you would pay for shipping. You might as well. It's a crime. Okay. It's a crime. Okay. It's a crime. Okay. It's a crime. Shipping in Ghana is a crime. No, Craig, seriously. Listen, Craig, we ship one barrel to Haiti. They call it dome in Haiti. We call it barrel. We will ship a barrel for $100, right? That one barrel is like shipping to Ghana is like 800 US. That's just shipping, not clearing and anything. So this is what I say. If you want to go to my website, you can go to www.catchitfromtheroot.org. You understand? We do have a PayPal, Cash App, all that. You understand? And for anyone that donates in the US, you do know that we're a 501c3. We're a nonprofit. So any donation, we do give you a tax exempt. In Ghana, we're also a nonprofit incorporated. We're working on our thing with the shipping right now. So our it's called social network, where eventually we'll get there with the shipping, but it takes a long time for you to get that statistic. So shipping for me right now, before I came over to Ghana, I tried to ship over 3 barrels and it was like almost 3,000 US. And then that's not even like the clearing part. When it goes to custom, that's another level. So no, I do not want, you understand, if they want to ship stuff to, Jamaica or the US, because like I said, it's in 3 different locations and we're working on the Jamaica one. Great. But Ghana, no, we would like you to donate. And you can see where your funds is going. You understand? You can come. We actually created a multimedia. So if you want to come over to Ghana and you want to visit, you want to see what we're about, you want to get involved, you want to see the school that we're building, you can come and see what we do. You understand? It's better for you to see where your money is going. You understand? And you can get, a feel of what we're doing. You understand? So even if, pads, where we go to school and we partner and we give the kids pad, because they tax kids over here for pads. So a lot of kids have to choose whether they go to school or, you know, they can eat. So we have kids that they don't go to school when they have their menstrual, they stay home. So it's very bad. It's rough. So we have a pad where it's pad for her. We partner with them. And I think it was last week, we gave over 300 pads. And it was sad because I wanted to give 600 individual pads to these young ladies because they need it. But we didn't have the funding.
So the fact that you have a pad shortage, and I'm happy that you'll be padding them up. But how long can that be? How long does that serve? What's up with that face?
Well, you said we had a pad.
A pad, yeah. So how long will I saw you with a bag given, but like for how long can that serve one female?
7 days. So it's a 7 days. So we gave a container of about, I want to say 9 daytime, then like 8, I think it's 6 heavy flow, and then they have panty liners and wipe in it, and that lasts 7 days. So we have to do every month where, you know, they run out of pads, so we're going back to the school and we're doing different girls every month. So what I'm trying to do is get partners. If anyone want to donate, you understand, donate so we can, you know, one of the pads, the package where I would say it's a 7-day supply. Really, it is 7 days because it's not a monthly supply. It's a 7 days that we can, you know, afford to give. It's about, I want to say, if we buy it over here in Ghana cedis, I want to say one of them is like 13 Ghana cedis and $1 US. It's 11 Ghana cedis. So just do the calculation where it's $1 US is 11 Ghana cedis. You understand? So we really can provide for those girls if we have the right funds. You understand? And like I said, it's a partnership with us. We partner with a guy that have the vision, just don't have the fund. So we're fundraising.
I do appreciate you and your team, what's going on there. And, you know, it's interesting to know that, you know, stuff like this in today's time, I could not imagine that still going on. I mean, I'm like, okay, we're living in a modern world, you know, at a time like this, who would think so much females would be walking around unpadded or be after staying at home because of that cycle that's been going on for the few days. It's interesting to know that you dive into these topics because these are not the usual topics people talk about. I see on social media where there's so much nonsensical things going on around every single day, and it's what's being promoted. But you know, for everyone who is watching this live now, I strongly advise you to please share so people can see, because it won't cost you to share, but when you share, it will profit someone. It might profit you knowledge. It might profit you, you know, awareness of what's going on that you never, because I never knew until I saw that video out. You get me? I know hearing you talking about it, it's interesting that if you can't donate, please share.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because this might catch someone eye. When I was a child, I was told by a lady who I never knew before, an elderly lady, and that was because I listen, I pay attention. She says, son, right here on this corner is not a safe place to sit. And just by she saying that, and I listened and I obeyed and I moved, you know, months later, there was some gunfire going on and people dropped. Now, it's the value and the importance of, you know, information. So if she had never said that to me, maybe I could end up there and maybe I would not end up here. So why I ask persons to, you know, share, even if you don't think it's beneficiary to you, it's something, you know, beneficiary to other persons across the world. and I strongly advise, please share. You can help a situation that's going on. That's my take. So I did have Mark Rass to be on to close out. I wanted to have it on a 2-hour show. He was to close us out with some music, and I think something must have happened because he is always on time. So I do apologize for Mark Raff's absence. He was excited for doing this whole thing, just as how Kittay was, just as how Vlad and you was. So I'm pretty sure I try to reach out to him. I see no response. I see no. Yeah, I see no blue tick on the message I sent him. So I'm not certain what took place. But before you give your final say, and big up who you want to big up to. Well, I should be doing a piece before I go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close us out.
Okay. Before I do my piece, let me jump in one of Mark Raff's video, and I will think about what I have to say. Hold on a second. Mark Raff, if you come on at the last part, I can give you maybe 5 minutes or so, but let me find one of your music. Mark Raff is a real super strength and supporter of Amaziyah The Great and Jilann Murray and all Sonia Patterson cares. Big ups to Sonia Patterson. She reminds me so much of what Jill is doing. Sonia reached out to me. I'm going to be having her next week. She reached out to me and say, you know what, in the COVID time, I want to help some people. You choose 3 elderly people, 3 elderly family, and give them 3 boxes of groceries. And at one point I was saying, hey, I was talking to Uncle Barry, and I said, Uncle Barry, why this woman telling me to give away the stuff? We can share these stuff up and, we can benefit from it. And I'm like, no, that's just the devil trying to talk to me to do stupid things. I went and I give those 3 people. Uncle Barry showed me 3 needy people that wanted it. And we delivered, we did the video, we sent it to her, and she was, okay with it. After all that, she sent stuff for my daddy, and it was more valuable than all the 3 boxes of groceries she said for them peeps. So sometime in life, people just give us that test run. So at all times I can say, anything you do, just do it honestly. Mark Rass, run with a cause.
Can't believe when me see a play out. It's like righteousness sound fi fear, dude. Some cut off real here, still go breed, dude. Government a sick to IMF need a bailout. No follow them, nobody them no care about. Guns and ammunition pack up in a warehouse. Woman a boss say the man them shot. Who know that they in a jailhouse? Man a rebel with a cause. Tell them man a rebel with a cause. Me say me ready when the Gideon start. Me and the warriors a walk. Rebel with a cause. Man a rebel with a cause. Me ready when the Gideon start. Rebel with a cause. Me and the warriors a march. So them babble and sharp. It's about the things them where you want from one day. Governmental lockdown scammers in Mobe. Enough gone astray and lose them way. Rastas a chant and the pastor a pray. Enough a say them need a better way. Working so hard, minimum pay. 26 letters in the alphabet to use. So why them choose the K? Rebel and a mission, me walk till me shoes the K. I forget the message to the youth today. Protect your life, watch the games you play. Don't be led away. Rebel and a mission, me a walk till me shoes the K. Have to get the message to the youth today. Protect your life, watch the games you play. Don't be carried away. Man a rebel with a cause. Tell them man a rebel with a cause. Me say me ready when the Gideon start. Me and the warriors a walk. Rebel with a cause. Man a rebel with a cause. Me ready when the Gideon start. Rebel with a cause. Me and the warriors a march. So them babble are sharp. Me no fear for the devil in a mask. Real Jaja soldier, me ready for attack. The vampire where they in a the dark. Swing me lyrical so they chop off and chop off. Babylon, me say your judgment come. Me hear some attack, oh God soon come. Them not tell the people them, but job soon come. We need more better men to be done. What is this? What is this? They want put culture back up front and put slackness. What is this? What is this? People them tired of the foolishness now. Look at this, look at this. That's why me strike up the fire like matchstick. Look at this, look at this. Tell them fi save and protect we reggae music. Man a rebel with a cause. Tell them man a rebel with a cause. Me say me ready when the Gideon start. Me and the warriors a walk. Rebel with a cause. Man a rebel with a cause. Me ready when the Gideon start. Rebel with a cause. Me and the warriors a march. Sword them babble and sharp.
Precisely. It's a great way to get where we keep going and going like the energizer bunny. We go hard for a while. We'll never do nothing funny. Tell them precisely. Vlad, thanks for being here. Beautiful Miss Jilann Murray, thanks so very much. I still want you to do your big ups to all your peeps and all your connections all across the globe. Kittay, thanks for being on here earlier and thanks for still being here. Got a shout out to the peeps on IG. I see my sister. I see baby girl. I see so much different people. I cut my Instagram off because I wanted to call Mark Ross, but I'm still not getting him. But anyway, let me do this one real quick. And then Julia can take it away, bigging up all your peeps. In this mind of mine, I took time to find more time to be fine. As my thoughts incline and climb on high, Vlad, I refuse to let either drain energy from I. Hey, Jill, monsters are creeping, thinking I'm sleeping. I'm fully awake, 4 decades bleeding. Fighting while smiling, even while I'm weak. The journey continues, even while I'm bleeding. You'll never make it. I ignore their speaking, their fiction, sickeningly misleading. Persuasion invasions, beasts and zombies trying to control me but can't understand me. Be silent. Shh. I fight without violence, spoken words subdue you like a hostage tyrant. I am your children's children, history assignment. Writing myself in the future with provoking highlights to capture your eyesight. I need you to understand me. It's pointless you try and ban me. I'm fueling the world with words like bright lights. I write what I like, whether or not you like, it's my choice. I'm greater than your thought, tell them precisely, the fight continues. There are many others just like me. The next one I'm gonna drop real quick is called Sick. Yo, Jilann Murray, I am sick, no jokes, pay attention closely. I'm sick and lonely with no one who holds me. Vlad, boldly she told me I was her one and only. I'm sick of her lies because she was in bed with Anthony. I'm sick of fake friends who never promotes me. I'm sick of being talented, even my family doubts me. I'm sick of the shit radio stations play mostly. If I never tell them precisely show on TikTok, people you would never hear about me. I'm sick in a cold, dark world. I'm sick without my life now seems to sparkle. I'm sick of crying tears, no one to talk to. Johnny hears me grumbling in the bathroom and asks, Daddy, why you argue? I'm just sick of being broke, son. I can't even do what I want to. Vlad, I'm sick of fake food and fake medication. I'm sick of fake news, fake information. I'm sick and confused, fake education. Jilann Murray, let me tell you this, Amaziyah The Great views. We're living among a sick generation. Another one real quick, it's called Caught on Camera. The conversation grew heated after she found out he had cheated. Tears gushing down her face. She said, Craig, I'm feeling so defeated. 3 years now I've been faithful. Now I'm becoming so hateful. I hate liars and pretenders, fake and the ungrateful. Jill, I thought my words would help her, but she was fuming in raging temper. She says, Kirkland, this is it. I'm done with this. I am going to murder the helper. Whoa, hold on there. What wrong with you? Talk to me straight. Mind you get yourself in trouble with the law. I see wrath in your face. Yo, Vlad. She suddenly pretended to start laugh like she glad. Then seconds after, she start talk like she mad. She said me I go murder Bumbo Clark, makes you walk past if she bad. I was like, honey, calm down and breathe easily. I've never seen you this pissed before. You're smart with a strong heart. You never talk like this before. She said, Craig, I had enough. It's rough. I will not compromise. I looked in Billy's eyes and watched him telling silly lies. He laid with the maid. I asked him, he denied, but he was caught in camera and I allowed him to realize. That nasty helper, she and him having unprotected sex the other day while I was away. Vlad, I kid you not. She said, this is the part that grieved me. While he was all up inside her. She was like, breathe me, Billy, breathe me. Promise you'll never leave me. And have the audacity to fake a smile when she see me. Her eyes expands larger as she uttered, me I go murder them. I advise her to seek psychotherapy. Perhaps that helps because depression is that thing to make you feel like your inside melts. Let me run to the comment section and see it's popping. Let me see what going. People are saying all kind of things. Much respect. Amaziyah The Great. Connect. Yeah, saying Kobe saying love this sick poetry. Lauren saying lovely piece. Thanks so very much. I'm gonna drop 2 more pieces. My daughter is saying fiery, fiery, fiery. Love.
Yeah. Go after it, boy.
I said that.
I love that piece. No, keep going. I just love hearing you spit, man. Keep going.
Okay. So I'm gonna drop 2 more. I'm gonna drop 2 more pieces. I don't want to steal a show over because it's it's all about you.
Craig, 2 more you say now? 2 more you say. I just want to make you know
I did say 2, so I'm thinking very carefully what should I drop. I am going to drop the one that you like, Jill. You like the Holiday Inn. And I think my baby girl there listening, she likes she likes all of them anyway. So I'm gonna drop 2 pieces. All right. Before I go to the Holiday Inn, let me see. Are there no more commercial? Jill, you ready to talk first? Or I should go on?
No, let me talk first, Amaziyah, because it is 11:25 my time.
Yeah.
So it is nighttime over here.
So talk first.
Okay, so I just want to read you guys our mission because I got a little message, a little bird knocking at me. This little bird too. And I just want to read you our mission and vision statement because the bird keeps knocking and saying, you didn't tell them our mission and vision statement. So I just want to read this and then I'm going to give my big ups and then Amaziyah can do my favorite poem. Naya, big up yourself. I just want to say to Naya, which is Amaziyah The Great, my niece. That's my niece. I congratulations on graduating and continue to be the beautiful model that you are. You understand? And I see you. Don't think that I'm not, watching you. I see you and I appreciate you and appreciate the woman you've become. Catching from the Root, we're geared towards inspiring and empowering and creating ways to make the lives of our youth better for the next generation, teaching our youth how to be the best version of themselves for the next generation. Our vision is to empower, inspire, innovators, and innovators and leaders of the future to shape a world that is more adequate, sustainable for all youth through our innovators, thinking, collaborating, and to shape positive change. We seek to unlock the full potential of human creativities, driving, transpiring. And let me say this, I'm reading from something where someone sent me. So if you want to go on our website, which is www.catchitfromtheroot.org, you'll see our mission, our aim, You understand what we're planning to do. But first of all, I want to big up my US team, which is Dr. Julie. We had our back to school drive yesterday, and she did a tremendous job because I'm not in the US. So she was able to put together and giving out kids book bags. And we wanted to do something different. So I want to big her up. Lakeisha Moss, Lava. I want to big you guys up. But first of all, I want to big up SIP. You understand? Her name is Sean. She is actually our Jamaica team. And let me tell you something. She is one of the best cousin I could have, believing in the vision and also staying up and being the headache. But most of all, I want to big up my Ghana team. Let me tell you something. The Ghana team, you guys are the best. You hear me? Kenny, Reggie, Kobe, Anista, Ara, Jimmy D, the list go on and on and on. You understand? You guys are, it wouldn't be no Catch It From the Roots without you guys. So I want to let you guys know, number one queen, thank you for believing in the vision. Guys, we need all hands on deck. When I say all hands on deck, you understand? Lawrence, I want to big you up. Don't think I forgot you. Thank you for driving every day with me, going back and forth, putting up with me. You understand? Kenny putting up with me, because I like to have stuff done. If I don't, if you don't do it right, I don't want you to do it. So I'm the type of person, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. I like, if you're giving someone something, I want you to give it with love. So my team has to learn that about me. But I just want to big you guys up and thank you guys for doing what you're doing. And thank you for believing in the visionary. You understand? Thank you for believing the vision. And we're going to conquer the world, and we're going to do it one child at a time. So I want to thank my team. And guys, just be patient. This is only the beginning. You understand? To all our donors, every single donor that have donated $1, whether it's a penny, 2 cents, I want to thank you guys. You understand? Luda, I want to thank you for donating for the kids. You understand? To get a brand new school. Thank you for your donation. And we want to thank everyone. The list goes on and on. But Amaziyah, I know the time and I want to hear your poem. So I just want to thank each and every one.
Okay, thank you so very much for being here. Vlad, anything you want to say to Jill before she go? Because I'm going to take over the show and then I'm going to end the live. I did say 2 hours. I see we gone 2:27. So anything you want to say to her?
Yeah, no, big ups, and I appreciate your work, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all your links and seeing how I can connect and get tapped in for sure. So I think it's awesome that we met. And so a big thank you goes to Amaziyah for holding this space and letting us just collab and connect in this way for sure.
Thanks so very much. And I do hope you'll link with her that she gets her groove back. I mean, get going with the projects that need to be going.
Amaziyah.
The project.
I'm going to laugh. Project. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So people, ladies and gentle people, well, but my kids are becoming adult now. Even though you said she's a woman, I still call her my little child. But it is what it is. She keeps saying, before she became 18, she was like, Daddy, I'm almost. I said, almost. You're not there yet, and you will forever be that my little girl. Yeah. But thanks to her for being here. I really do love. I really love the fact that she continues to, thrive as she strives. She continues to do greatness. She is becoming a phenomenal model, and I hope she keeps her focus straight. Even though she and her brother stresses the life out of me at times, but I guess that what parenting is all about. Kids grow up and be stressing parents and not remembering that, okay, it was, that parent being there all along. But I hope she do gets it. I'm saying it straight to her. We have this conversation already, and I can say, because I can. Anyway, this poem is for a mature audience. Well, I hope my kids are around. She's interested in her daddy. Okay. Kush says, rise and blaze. All right. Kenneth said, you know, giving some hand signals, saying yes. Let me start off with good sex. I still remember the sex, yes. It felt like it was yesterday. If I had one wish, I wish we did it today. Sorry we had that fight, we should have done it that day, because if we were here right now, I would not be this stressed today. Okay, let me restart the poem there, because it not sound right when I listen back. After me just talk about my daughter stuff. So let me start off with another poem. So that was dedicated. Jill, why are you going off screen? Jill, come back here. So that poem might not be the appropriate poem to say. So let me do one for our children to know. Because this one is for the kids. I want my children to know me as one that is great. Education is the said. When I see Laura, I say, oh God, Laura was like, okay, what is he doing? He can't be doing that poem. Johnny is asking what's wrong. So there my daughter saying, Johnny asking what's wrong with you. Son, nothing is wrong with me. I was doing poems because Jill is there wanting to hear the Holiday Inn, and the baby girl is there wanting to hear about good sex, and Lori is there wanting to hear about the paintbrush and the artwork, and who else is there wanting to hear about the camera lens. I will not be doing those poems. I will be doing for our children to know, and I will be doing Don't Cry. So people do look out and check the book out. It's called Don't.
Well, I guess you got to do a paid thing next time so that we can pay to come in and listen. Sorry.
So hold on a second. Let me grab it back real quick. So people, for those who don't know, I'm still waiting for Jill to take my book over there to Africa and give all you people, you know.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. I'm not worried. I'm just saying. So people do go look out and check the book out. Where is it? Is it okay? Don't
cry.
Don't cry. Okay, I'm sharing.
Upside down.
Oh my gosh. And this is okay. Don't Cry by Craig A. Kirkland. It's available on Amazon. Who on TikTok? Link is in my bio, and I will put in a link here in this video after the live. So let me do the two for. I agree. Everything. Thank you for creating a space for. Kittay, I can tell you today, this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. So greater things is going to, unfold. You might see me tagging Star Fame. Jilann Murray is already aware of what Star Fame is all about. I do see us performing on a Star Fame tour. It's just that I have to find out, and even if it's not a tour, it might start off with just being at one space or maybe 3 different spaces as it relates to Rhode Island, New York, and Connecticut, maybe Massachusetts. I'm just thinking. I've got no sponsors. I've got no connections. None of those stuff. So I'm taking my own time to get it done.
I'm sorry, Craig. You have sponsors. What you put out, you have sponsors. Please don't say that. We're your sponsors. We're your team. So please fix up your verbiage and come back again.
Thanks so very much, Jill. It's just that I see you. I know you made a promise about maybe 3 years or so ago, but the fact that I see you got involved and engaged with so much different activities, I was thinking you were too busy, doing other stuff. So, well, Jill is really ready to, be part sponsor of the Star Fame event. It's an event where the word fame means films, arts, music, entertainment. So it's a space where poetry will be read, arts will be shown, anything as it relates to entertainment, and that would be somewhere in a venue where people can actually come and see us performing live. And I would want to execute that phenomenally well. That people are intrigued and be, going home to say, yes, I really enjoyed that event. For our children to know, I want my children to know me as one that is great. Education is essential. Time mustn't waste. With the power of knowledge, there's no limit to what you can create. You'll encounter hurdles in life, even frightening earthquakes, but never stop. Aim higher and escalate. I also stumbled and fell on my journey. Yeah, I made mistakes. Still, I elevate and stay awake. Fueling my mind with positive energy while I vibe and meditate. I pay close attention to nature and sounds birds make. People's business, when I discuss it, mix up and I partake. My heart aches, I can't take. Liars and pretenders are all fake. Hence why I separate myself from illusion. Confusion will never penetrate the core of my mind. I smile, I embrace greatness, fairness among all human race. Notice this face, when I live trace, I will never disgrace my people for position rather than power in this case. But it's somewhat complicated when the world is in a sick state. Love, politics, and religion are folks in a trick state. Miseducation, misinformation, misunderstandings, mistakes are the reason for your failure. So rise and surprise them with a bliss face. I just know my mom gonna call me after this saying, Craig, why were you doing that poem? And I was like, Mom, I don't know. I'm gonna tell her, Jill was the one who persuaded me to do it because she told me she wanted to hear Holiday Inn. And she know the kids are here.
Well, you know what, Craig, tell mommy that the kids don't stay kids forever. And if we're not the one telling them, it's, you understand? It's
someone else.
So,
I know.
Exactly.
I know. And I do think sex education is important to teach our kids because for over the years we've been shying away from that. And then they end up doing things and it's like them hearing from other people, it's a whole different experience. And then you know what? They'll be like hearing from somebody else when you should be the one. Well, I do talk to my kids about these stuff, but as it relates to, being out in the public on social media saying, it's not about the sex education. It's about talking about the kids, and then I say I still remember. I'm like, it doesn't fit right there at that time. But anyway, I'm gonna drop "Don't Cry," and I said this this poem. Lori, please behave yourself. I appreciate every one of you being here for the entire 2 hours and 37 minutes. Well, maybe it was more than that because I see Kittay and Vlad jumped in. I see you all jumped in. I think the show was like 2 minutes late. Yes. And I see you. I can see you from this screen here that you can't see, so I can see who popped in. And I really appreciate you guys being punctual. I was distracted by all kinds of things, and I certain things I left my tripod, so there were certain things that pop up in the way for me to not to do with this show. I brought my ring light, and when I put my ring light in the bag, so the tripods were left in a cab, and I was thinking I can still put my ring light somewhere here. Then I realized that the wire was supposed to plug here and somewhere in some other socket. I left it at home. And I was like, even if it's dark, because this hotel that I booked in Brooklyn, I don't know I don't see no other light switch around here other than that one light there and those 2 at the bed. But I decided even if I was to be in the dark, I would still be going on with this show. I would not stop it. Like Jill said, she learned one thing from me. Amaziyah always keep going and going, and that's a true testimony. I will have to always talk about once I get where I'm at, because the journey still continues. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let me get on with the point. Oh yeah, I was saying thanks to all of uno. It means thanks to you all. For those who don't understand Jamaican, may I thank you all of uno. Thanking you all for being here on this space. It continues every Sunday at 5 p.m. I'll be having Nelly Nels, hopefully. I'll be having Sonia Patterson. I don't remember who else I'll be having next week. Oh, Sonia Patterson and the whole Nigerian team, Cheetah's Paradise team. I think it's about 3 people from Cheetah's Paradise. Go look out. They'll be having Cheetah's Paradise where I'm nominated, and I think I'm leading with points as it relates to best poet in there in Nigeria. So hopefully I'll be walking away with a Nigerian award for the very first time. And it's all good. Let me jump onto that poem because I'll be talking and then it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Don't
correct.
cry.
And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to disconnect. It's about to be 12 a.m.
I have to do that
up.
poem before you go. It's 1 poem. It's less
All
than
right.
2 minutes and you can't go sleep in 2 minutes. So please let me do the poem and then you can go away and just have some sleep or just enjoy your S tonight. S is for sleep. Yeah. Yeah. Don't cry. Mama, don't cry. I'm going to make this work. Never stop praying for us even when experiencing the worst. I am here fighting tough days, Mom, inside hurts, but don't cry. Even though tears in my eyes, I'm crying out to God as if I'm inside a church. Listen this, I will not quit even if me have to keep crawling on the dirt. Don't cry. Catty, wait. Don't cry. You make things work. Dada, you're my first hero. You motivate me to serve. You never failed. You do immensely. Almighty God is at work. I am going to ignite luminosity all over this earth. I told my kids, don't cry. You never got it at first. So excited seeing Daddy's first merch. Anyway, that's it. People who have to go, I keep reading the comments. Catty have to go. And I stopped the poem. Yes, I want to say, I really want to say I appreciate you all. So that's it. I've been talking too much. I know you were busy. Kat, pleasure for having you here and all you wonderful people everywhere. Vlad, maximum respect, just the same. Big up to everybody who, was watching. Lori, maximum respect. Baby girl, maximum respect. Lori gonna put your lights out. Okay, baby girl. That's what it is. That's what it is. Lori gonna put my lights out. You played too hard, but it's all good. Well, anyway, thanks so very much for joining, people. Maximum respect and love, and look out next Sunday for the TDP show at 5 p.m. Big respect to all of you. Much love.
Okay, viewers, fans, friends, my family, them, subscribers, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Please do feel absolutely free to drop us your comment and be kind to leave a feedback. Yeah, comment, like, share, and tell others about it. And also remember to hit the notification bell if you want to be updated on what's new. Talking about what's new, go and go check out Amaziyah The Great collections. We have whole heap of merchandise. I'm going with a bag of things. Enough t-shirt designs, don't tell them precisely. Available on Teespring. Enough people are talking about it, but go and go look for yourselves. Links will be in the description below. We have tabs for females, males, babies, cups, phone cases, etc. Mr. Go and go look now. Follow Amaziyah The Great collection on IG and like us on Facebook. If you haven't watched My Name is Pam before, features my sister Quality. Please do go and go watch it and share it as it relates to domestic abuse against women and a woman's struggle through it to independence. Also remember to check out Amaziyah The Great music on Amazon, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Google Play. It's everywhere.
Yeah, so I did cut my poem short because of Kittay said she was going away. I totally forget. But you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Precisely Great, Great Amazement World, Amaziyah The Great Collections. You can find me also on TikTok at Artist Craig Kirkland, Amaziyah The Great. You can find me on my YouTube at Amaziyah The Great Music, or you can find the production Great Amazement Multimedia Entertainment, and the IG for that is Great Amazement World. Also, if you want to do support us, supporting fans can send contributions to PayPal at PayPal me, Artist Grey Kirkland. You can Zelle artistgraykirkland@gmail.com. You can cash up to support our mission, or support our move, $ Artist Craig Kirkland. And also anything else, what's there left? What's there else left to say? I think I should tell you about my, I did tell you about the book. I showed it to you on the screen. It's available. My book, Don't Cry by Craig A. Kirkland, available on Amazon. I'm actually working on my second book. My fans made me write this. Big up to Rollo, Steal a Girl, and all those other people on TikTok who helped me to select topics and wanted to see that book. My fans made me write this, but it's coming and it's going to be amazing just the same. Okay, so I see some more comments coming in. Let me see. Kittay saying that's so true. I don't remember what she said. What I said that she said is so true. And then she says, okay, well, too much for the comments now. I have to go. Blessings and respect. I'm glad you enjoy the show. Okay, now take care and do go enjoy that sleep.